Welcome, welcome. What's conjuring, apprentices? How are we all today? How are we all today? You know, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I see that there was a couple of conversations going on. You're all drinking alcohol. What's this about? Is it because you're all done with the exams? I hope your exam went well, Helios. And let me just say, welcome D6, welcome Kaimana, welcome Helios, welcome Silent Scythe, welcome Disco. Am I missing anyone else on Twitch? I don't think so. Welcome Hoda-san. Oh, there he is. Welcome, Mr. Brown. Wasn't amazing, but I should have passed, I guess. I'm sure that you did perfectly fine. I'm sure you did better than what you expected, and if not, that's what I'm gonna do to it. I've just edited your grade on your university's official website, or your college's official website, and I have altered it to be an A+. Yeah, what can I say? Your GPA is going through the roof. It's gonna go through the roof, apprentice. I can see it right now with my premonition. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I picked up a package that I had ordered maybe a month ago. It got delayed in shipping and whatnot, and it finally came today. I now have a couple of things. I've got a new, totally not a phone case. It's actually my crystal mirror case that I used to hold a slightly handheld magical artifact known as a telephone. Apparently it comes from your dimension. I know, very unique, right? And then I also got a couple of silk pillowcases. So now that should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. I had a test nap, or rather a test sleep. And the silk pillowcases, they're not that bad. I really quite like silk pillowcases. Now it makes me consider or contemplate that I should probably be getting an entire suite of it. I should be changing all of my stuff to be silk, just like bed sheets, pillowcases, whatever. It's really good, actually. It's really good. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe I should get bed sheets, maybe I should get a duvet, and then I'll get a couple more extras to spare. I don't know if I want to do it in different colors, but it is so comfortable. It is surprisingly really comfortable. And how are you all, though? How are you all, though? I had to step in and stop my murder of crows. They were ganging up on a kitten. Ah, okay. How come? Why were they doing that? Was the cat, like, trying to steal their food or something? You know, they are pretty territorial, but they're also very aware of faces and other animals that have been passerbys, as of what I know. But I could be wrong. In that case, I didn't know you had a murder of crows, though. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm eating burger. Burger? What kind of burger? What have you got on top of it? You know, actually, I had a burger the other day. Oof. I got a double patty truffle mayonnaise burger, and it was so good. It was so good. It had some lettuce, onions, both like regular raw onion and then like a layer of cooked onion. It had some American grilled cheese, and it had some truffle mayo on top of it, and then I think that might have been it. It was pretty light on everything else, and then I had two patties. Two full patties, and my gosh. My goodness. It was like a pound of meat, okay, on that one burger. It was like a full pounder of meat, because damn, I pounded that thing down. I made sure to gulp all of that. It was delicious. Oh my gosh, Kaimana, what is wrong with you? I'm trying to have my preamble here. It was really good, and oh man, I'm just looking forward to having it again, maybe in the future. I love hamburgers. What's your favorite type of hamburger, Homada-san? What do you go for whenever you have the opportunity to? Because at least for me, I would always go for something that has a lot of meat on it, because I get really hungry for protein. But I'm also very fond of, like, anything that's crispy, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, I try to get anything that has maybe, like, if I go with a really sloppy option, I would say the McDonald's McChicken is so good. I actually really like it because I'm very, very into having, I guess, fried foods? Not like deep fried all the time, but I do really like having a lot of meat options. You know, like a meat lover's pizza is all really good. You're hungry for meat, huh? Please don't phrase it like that. Please don't phrase it like that, Silent Scythe. I don't know why this has to be characterized as me being hungry for quotes meat, end quote. I just like meat burgers. I like meat pizzas. I like meat burgers. I love whenever I get to add extra bacon on top. I love whenever I get to have, you know, like barbecue sauce or Worcestershire sauce. I think that's how you pronounce it. I like HP sauce as well. So, you know, all of it is good by me. All of it is good by me. Gotta leave now. Bye-bye. Okay, take care, Kaimana. I hope to see you later on if you still want to tune around. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you on Sunday for my debut. I guess I won't see you until my debut. Oh my goodness. Take care, Kaimana. Bye-bye. I just like cheeseburgers with ketchup on mustard. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's pretty vanilla in that sense. Not literally vanilla, because vanilla on a burger would probably be so bad. Hello, Maladaptive. This is so sad. What's so sad, Mal? What's up? What's going wrong here? Bye, Kaimana the Great. Don't call her that. Can't wait to see that. Why do you all keep saying my neck looks big? Kaimana's been ragging on me for my neck supposedly looking really big. Kaimana, get out of here. You said goodbye. You said goodbye. Get out of here. I'm trying to have a good discussion with my apprentices, and you're interrupting things here. Big neck maxing? It's not a big neck, it's because of the collar. It's the collar on my outfit, okay? You can see it on this one as well. It's because of the puff collar. Hello, Mississippi Gonzo Redcorn. Welcome. Oh, you came in right as Og butchered Worcestershire sauce? I didn't butcher it! I think I did pretty okay. My computer charger croaked and the seam split after only 6 months of use. I don't know what charger this is, and I'm miffed. Yeah, dude, I don't understand it about, like, some chargers and their adapter powers, because some of them are just so flimsy. Some of them are so flimsy, and I don't know how they're meant to relegate the amount of wattage that they take, but whatever it is, they don't make cords like they used to. I always have to get, like, extra woven cords. Please tell me that your model has a bald mode. Okay, I will give you some details about my model. I'll give you some details about my model. It does not have a bald mode. Not yet. Not yet, okay? Not yet. I have been busy trying to plan things out. I know that I say that I'm busy every single time that it comes to me trying to add things, but trust me, there is a whole process to what it is I'm doing, and I don't know how much I've tried to, and I'm planning for things and making stuff, and a fat one, the more he donates, the fatter he gets. Okay, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to do this, okay? We're not going to have this whole Rotundel thing going on right now. It's basically almost split open, and guess who can't hop on until Amazon delivers my stuff like a man? You? Yeah, it was probably you. But man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear. It's always the worst that it has to be a charger as well, you know? It's... yeah. It's sucky. It's sucky. I can for sure understand that. Sunday, you should play some Hightail, Back to the Roots. That's actually a fun suggestion. I saw you mention that in the waiting room for the debut. And now that you've said it, I'm contemplating it, because initially I hadn't planned on it. Initially, I had not planned on it, so maybe, I might do it as, like, an upcoming stream instead. Oh, one thing I probably should mention in case you hear clicking and tapping in the background, I kind of gave in and I bought one of those, like, fidget toys or whatever. I was like, oh my gosh, can I really resist? And I couldn't. I bought a fidget toy, and it's been, like, in my hand, and I've been fidgeting with it for the past, like, 7 hours or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I haven't even had it for 7 hours, so... yeah, either way, I've got one of those, those fidget toys you give to kids, and, man, is it cool? I think it's cool. It's got a little... what kind of fidget toy? It's a cube, and it's got like a controller analog stick on the top of it that I can click like that, and then it's got buttons on the side. Unfortunately, it's the exact same type of click. Wait, you can hear those? Yeah. And then it's got a little ball, like as if I'm using one of those analog mice that has a like the ball mice. It's also got a couple of dials that I can spin around. It's also got, let's see, it's got a little dial that I can twist too. I don't really care for it. And then it's got a light switch. Where did you get it if you can't leave your tower? I got it from Wizon. That sounds bad. Wait. Emma Wiz. Augazon? No, Augazon isn't it. It's Emma Wiz. Yeah, I got Wizon. Yes, okay, yeah, I got it from there. You know, the massively corporate instant delivery magical service that delivers items from different dimensions to you. Unk went on a shopping spree like a mom finding for the first time about Temu. Okay, I didn't go on a shopping spree. I was just thinking to myself, what do I actually need? And at that point, I had already bought a couple of things. So I had bought silk sheets for from all my stuff, and then all I did was get a fidget cube because I was like, okay, this one might actually be nice. My mom and sister buy stuff from Temu all the time. Okay, well, I'm not buying random stuff from Temu. I buy things that are, like, really cheap and that are convenient for me to use, okay? I paid for my surgery today, so my bank account looks so much worse now. Well, at least that's done and dusted with, though, right? Like, good job nonetheless. Even if you think it looks destitute and worse for wear, at least it can only go up, perhaps. Temu is good if you accept that it's made from bad labor and will break in about 2 days. Actually, I've got something to admit here. I have bought something from Temu prior to this. I got I think it was, yeah, okay, I got a rechargeable battery pack because I was like, okay, how good are these things? I bought it. It's been working for the past 5 years. I don't know how it's like managed this long, but it's been good for 5 years. I've never had any issues with it. And as well, if you're getting really simple things, it works fine for me. Like if I'm using it for any kind of, because I use cable sorters. I buy some zip ties and cable bands and whatnot so I can organize all my cables. And I never get any USB drives or solid drives. Hello, Solstix! Welcome! Oh, my dad also always orders on Temu because it's cheaper. I would have used eBay, but man, I would have used WizBay, but, you know, it's just really cheap to try and use, gosh, how can I even abbreviate Temu? Okay, yeah, it'll just have to be Auger. I don't know, okay? But yeah, I use either one, and they work out pretty fine. At 1K followers, you should buy food from Temu and cook a gourmet meal. I could kind of do something like that, right? But maybe what I'll do instead, because I would have to get it packaged. I don't know how long it's going to take for some of the food to get to me. Then it breaks after a month and he has to buy it again. To be fair, some of them, though, are, like, really durable. I've had a hair straightener I bought from there, and that one has been working, and I used... It's like a small travel one. I have a small travel one for styling my hair, and that one hasn't failed me once. That one's been working amazingly. I've never had a single issue with my portable hair straightener or my traveler hair straightener. So... What do you mean? You could just buy from America, same effect, just more expensive. Okay, come on. Yeah, but it's not as funny. Also true. So today, instead of playing something different, I figured why not allow you all to accrue and accumulate more coins in Rimworld? What do we think? Do you want me to play more Rimworld, or do you want to see more Augslappa? I've got Rimworld loaded, so this is a little bit of a poll that I'm going to put up. Actually, let me put this up on Twitch, because I don't know. You want Augslappa? Yeah, let's do Rim. Well. Yeah. Hello, Virgil! So my wish list gets even bigger. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a poll for this. You all in YouTube chat, you'll just have to tell me what your thoughts and beliefs are. Should I play a little bit of more Auger Slappa, or do you want me to play a little bit more Rimworld? I don't know how you all feel, but I'm gonna be playing Rimworld later. Yeah, Rimworld wins. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll do that. Did you guys see the GTA 6 leaks? Yes, but I gotta be honest, I don't care about GTA. I've bought, and now this, yeah, it's of my own doing. You know, whenever someone says, oh, you should totally get this game, man, you'll enjoy it, we'll play it together, I buy the game, no one plays it with me, and that's fine. Yeah, GTA was one of those games. GTA and Call of Duty were the two franchises that pushed me towards single-player games, because I was like, okay, people keep lying to me and saying that they'll play this game with me. They never did. They never did, okay? I played one game with them. One game. And then they stopped. So I couldn't care less. Here we go. Let me swap over to Rimworld. And, okay, it's already capturing it. It's already capturing it. Let's turn on the audio for this. Volume mixer, Rimworld. There it is. Enable audio. And here we go, and then I'll pause my music as well. Here we go. I hope it's bad, so people seethe. That would be mean, but I kind of understand what it is you're saying about it. But I don't think it should be bad. I think people are really looking forward to it. Want to hear something crazy? I don't care about GTA. What? No way, me too! I hope he leaks the ending. That would be pretty funny, actually. That would be pretty funny. Come on, stop showing me that. There we go. Why do we wish the GTA downfall again? Why do we wish about the GTA downfall again? I guess because people are exhausted hearing about it, but I don't know. I don't so much care about it. I'm more apathetic than anything towards it. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not holding my breath for it that it's going to be better than GTA 5. What do you think is going to be worse or about equally, I guess, equivalent to GTA 5 in that case, Disco? Because it's nothing new if the leaks are true. Is it just more of the same in that case? It's literally Red Dead Redemption 2? Is that true? Why would you say that with a different coat of paint? I'm not too sure about that. It seems like there are a whole bunch more. I think it's an entirely different dev team inside Rockstar that works on it, right? Some people are big mad because the games are delayed. Yeah, but as the cool Nintendo guy says, game delayed, good. Game come out early, lay bad. That's how it is. Taser sound. There you go. Online sucks nards. Wait, I'm back up already? Yeah, you are. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, you are. I just immediately ended it. Online is great, you just don't have any friends to play with? Yeah. Then again, I also didn't want to, like, spend 500 hours grinding out for money and getting shark cards and, you know, trying to navigate getting money in that game and all. I think the story and gameplay might be worse. I'm afraid the devs might just focus on graphics and realism. I am so confused why every single game studio is trying to focus on realism for it. You know, like, what happened to all of the stylized... Oh, I guess a big mechanoid raid could be fine. I mean, either small or big mechanoid, because D6 can just stun the entire big mechanoid one. But actually, we're going to do a raid for mechanoids anyway, so I don't know. Maybe we skip that one so that he doesn't get put on cooldown. I'm not sure how you want to do it. But, okay, so which mochi do I eat first? Can you make a poll? What mochi do you have? I meant that some people are mad that other games got delayed because of GTA 6. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's also true. That's also true. Because good graphics equals looks good. No. We can't do that. We can't do it. It sells, bro. That's right. I suppose. I just feel like it doesn't matter to me. Maybe I'm just so into indies and so into single-player games, but I don't care so much. Screw nice graphics. Focus only? Focus only? I see literally no difference between high and low graphics anymore. Okay, I think that one's a stretch. My PC is good, but I just play on low at this point. I think that's a stretch because some graphics look crazy. This is like going between Crisis to GTA 3 in some instances. Like, yes, you probably won't notice super sampling, or you might not notice upscaling to 4K quality on a 1080p monitor or even a 2.5K one, but even if you do upscale resolutions and high quality textures, some of it doesn't matter. Like, yes, I agree with you there, but I think that some of the details that they do add to it are, you know, significant enough. But I won't say that they don't throw on some filters to, like, give the illusion of it. Like, then again, if we contemplate how Red Dead Redemption 2 was with all of its really small graphics and paid attention to details, are people really going to notice whenever someone's nards begin to shrivel up because of the cold? I don't know. Maybe someone will. Maybe someone will make like a video 10 years in the future saying, GTA 6 has cold mechanics that make people shrivel up. And it's like, okay, cool, I guess. Here we go. We've got a bit of a raid. I'm the kind of person that just wants to have fun and not watch realistic graphics. Oh, they're attacking immediately. Okay, let's get D6 to resolve this. D6, I need you over here now. And then I think we can try get Disco to do this. So we'll do this raid, and just in case, we'll make sure that after this raid, everyone is here, and then I'll begin the discussion of Witch Hat Atelier. So give me potato graphics as long as the game is fun. Depends on how you define potato graphics, because our quality or standard for potato graphics these days is actually really high, all things considered. Like, I know people might underestimate what potato graphics are, but potato graphics back in the day was literally looking at something like worse than Gmod. Let's see how fast I am, please. I'm making you run at least. Okay, never mind. You just wanted to stop. Yeah, you're quite fast. You're quite fast. Oh my gosh. Despite being that tall or that big, Solstix is insanely quick. He's trying to save his colony here. Okay, we're going to move D6 over here. We're going to get the orbital EMP. This is going to stun all of them. There we go. And now we can just rush in. Very cool. Search and destroy. Disco will also search and destroy. I'm going to have him teleport, I suppose. Let me run in and let me die for the 60th time, and it'll be funny. I mean, you probably won't die is the thing. You'll be fine. So let's do that. Look, we've stunned them now for how many seconds? 3 minutes. 3 whole minutes. They can't do anything. I don't like the mech raids. We don't get prisoners. That's actually true. Yeah, maybe we should have picked a small raid and try to get something else from them. Yeah, that could have been the go-to. Let's get Ruria to level up her melee, shall we not? Because they're all stunned. Like, what are they realistically gonna do? We can do phase strike. How far can she phase strike to? Let's do that. There we go. We should get Ruria some genes. What do you think, Disco? Should we not get Ruria some genes? Do you not want to give her some? True. Need to slurp genes too. Yep. We probably want more. The good thing about having centipede gunners, though, is that they give us a bunch of components. So I was over-exaggerating a little with the potato graphics, lol, but yeah, it doesn't need to have pretty graphics if it's fun. That I agree with. I think they're, like, not important. I mean, you can have a stylized game and have it use potato graphics and whatnot. Like, I play ASCII games. I played Dwarf Fortress for the longest time whenever it was just using ASCII graphics, so I don't so much care about that. But okay, that's enough of my hot takes, lol. When are we talking about Witch Hat? In about 4 minutes. I usually wait until half past just because I wait until everyone is here before I begin that. Potato graphics for me is Oblivion and below. Modern day potato... Oh, yeah. I guess for modern day potato graphics, potentially, yeah. But that's what I'm saying, like, the standard for this changed. The fact that we can consider something like Oblivion to be both retro and bad graphics. I don't know, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Let's get rid of all these burned stumps. Oblivion is fun? Yeah, Oblivion is very fun. Oblivion is fun. I could probably do some kind of playthrough in the future of maybe Skyrim or Oblivion or something like that. How many kills do I have? Oh, okay. Let's check. Kill? No. Where do I check your... Because this is stats. Food, weapon, mechanitor, combat. Maybe it's in combat? Kills? Deaths? No. Social? Work? Records, maybe. Oh, okay, here we go. There's a command to check, but I forgot. Modded or not. Yeah, we'll take... you've dealt, oh my gosh, you've dealt 62,000 damage. You've only had 17 headshots. 17 headshots. Let's see, 163 kills you've had. Shall we go through the list? 105 for Helios. Solstice probably is not. Actually, I would be surprised. I would be surprised if somehow Solstice has one. No, he doesn't. Okay. Mr. Brown, how many kills do you have? 86. Okay, okay. How many things has Kaimana killed? Let's check. 25. How many things has Disco killed? 52. Okay. Yeah, so far D6 is the murderer of the colony. Imagine if I had some. It would be funny if it had to qualify your plants. It would be funny if it had to qualify your plants because you just don't kill people. It was like, oh no, you've taken that poor vegetable's life. How dare you? I loved Morrowind, but I also hated it because you could obviously do the potion like intelligence glitch, so you make OP heals like for 5 million health for infinite seconds, but you couldn't make bad potions like paralysis. Yeah, some of the spell creation systems were a little bit limiting as well. I do want there to inevitably or eventually be a game that is focused on spell making, because I enjoy things like Arx Fatalis, and I am waiting for a couple of other games that are somewhat or semi-inspired by it in terms of like how their spell system works, but I don't know. What does it mean? This space is occupied? Okay, come on. A prison break already? Okay. Helios, D6, come over here. I need you to beat some sense into these guys. In fact, I think it's fine if you just begin feeding off of them. Gosh, we're so many giants now. Yeah, and you keep eating everything. Thank goodness we have Pigeon to try resolve this. So D6, I need you to search and destroy. Oh my gosh. Okay, Disco, I need you to teleport over here and grab this guy. Here we go. Attack him. There we go. Capture him. And then grab him back. Is he going to... Oh, he's going to die. But he's a male succubus. How is he going to die? Oh my goodness. Either way, it's his own fault. It's his own fault. Oh, there's a thunderstorm. I have no internet. No. Really? Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Oh, that reminded me. Have you heard of some of the creators of Dishonored and Deus Ex are creating a studio? Black Pony Immersive. I've not heard of that. Do they have any kind of like concept for their next game? Anything that they've possibly done? Oh my gosh, where are you, Sol6? Okay, let's get Disco to maybe call... Oh, never mind. He teleported all the way over there. We need someone to help this guy. Maybe Helios, you can do this. Prioritize 10-2. Yeah, without medicine. And Mr. Brown is moving somewhere? Okay, no. So are these guys going to die? So 9, bleeding out in 14 hours... Bandaging. Okay. Have to be on my phone for now as long as I have data. Yeah, no worries. I hope your internet comes back. I hope your internet comes back soon. Okay, D6, you're fine now as well. We need to save these guys before they decide to do it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have Spearfree make a whole bunch of terror statues. Let's make a bunch of terror sculptures. Okay, and we'll make like 4. We'll make 4 because that reduces the overall resistance rates of all of these prisoners. Giving them good cells, but placing down terror statues reduces their will to break out. The studio was just made, so nothing yet. They said they want to make some games like Dishonored and first-person RPG sims. Oh, okay. Look at this guy. He's already trying to escape. Disco, capture him. Honestly, what is this? What is this? Are we serious? He just got beaten up and he was thrown onto the ground. He's completely injured. He's got a whole bunch of bandages all over his body. He's got cuts and bruises. He's crawling across the floor and his fat, naked body can't seem to move properly, yet he insists on trying to escape. Oh my gosh. But okay. Let's start with a little bit of Witch Hat Atelier. You all will have to... Oh my gosh, this guy is running away to... Are we serious? Stop it. Come over here, dude. Capture these guys. Ruri is an adult. Yeah, she is. She is. She's also now going to go help beat the fire out. There's this one elephant over here, Pilby. We need to add a couple of torches and whatnot to our roads and paths So, actually, wait, we didn't add roofs here. Helios, you're done. Disco, you're done here. Are any of them going to die? Okay, this guy is going to die. Helios, I need you to save this one. So let me predict something. Kaimana would say if she were here as your number one Aug apprentice. Quiffery is yummy. Yeah, she would say something like that. She would say something like that. And she has commented on it multiple times. She sent me DMs like, dude, Quiffery? Oh, hubba hubba. I'm like, come on, Kaimana, give it a rest, will you? Seriously. Okay. At least now the conditions in your DMs, yeah. Unfortunately. Let's add, she's cheating, OMG. I don't think that's the case. She's just, I don't know. But yeah, let's start. So we last finished off, why are you giving me coins, D6? What's this about? You don't owe me anything. Why are you trying to give me some coins? I'm not sure what the intention is here. You're good, man. You don't have to give me more. We're on my Discord and IRL friends think I have a Quiffery obsession, and it might be true. Why do you have a Quiffery obsession? Bro, the anime ended on such an awful point. Lol, I want season 2 already. I do not know why they picked that point. Like, I think they had to extend it to 13 episodes because there was just no combat, no action or anything to keep anyone hooked up until that point, because I don't know why they chose to end it there and why they didn't continue a little bit further with like the manga had, but I guess that would have made it a 24 episodes season instead. So put some of my intellect points into crafting wizard cell. Okay. Take some of the points. What did I say for conversion? Did I ever give a convert points from one to another? Does anyone remember if I've ever given like a price point for that? Because I don't know if I've ever done that. Also, Pigeon is suffering from heat stroke. Yo, is 1k for 1 point. Okay, but you gave me 1700. Okay, I can do that, sure. I might remove that from the future. Actually, I'll remove it from now on, D6. So you won't be able to do that from now on. I know that sucks, but like, I'm just realizing how overpowered it is, because technically Sol could only work on plants and gain 20 in plants, then move it all over to like mining or something, and then become an infinitely good miner. So I'm gonna disallow that because I just realized how overpowered it was. Where are you? Oh, there you are. I don't know how I was losing you. So we'll move 2 from intellectual into 2 crafting. There you go. You're now level 8. Level 8 in crafting. And I think that's good. We've got animal starvation. We've got a new research project as required. So let's go into like washing machines, I suppose. Queue that up. Maybe we go into toxin filtration, advanced bionic replacements perhaps. And we can go into maybe marine armor if we have this. And anything else. Is Ruria seeded? I don't know what you wrote. Seeded? Maybe? Maybe she is? Okay, but yes, as I was saying, changing to phone gave me the Kaimana curse. True. We'll begin now with Witch Hat Atelier. I've now resolved everything that is currently going on in Rimworld. So, can leave this on in the background and you can watch our colony develop in the background. I was asking if Ruria is crafting. She's currently spending all of her time beating fire out so that it doesn't spread to the bridge and then catch our base on fire. So, no, she's not currently. If she were crafting, she would be over here. I will begin now. I promise. Episode 7 starts with Auger requesting to help Quiffery, who was denied due to the tests. Ulrugio says that he'll take her, but Quiffery is worried that Auger is not using magic for the joy of others. Ulrugio says that he'll take care of her, and warns her to not be hasty and that she's still an apprentice. But Auger takes offense to this since she already believes herself to be worthy already. Quiffery also shows off his sword at this point, the Rain Cleaver. Left behind to check on the survivors, Coco and Auger remain as they help out the people or the villagers that were in the river. However, the boy of the villagers / merchants insists on grabbing the goods that weren't swept away by the river already. A boulder then collapses and falls on top of him, drowning him like Felix. No, that's a joke. Never mind. That didn't happen. The boulder then collapses and falls on top of him, and the father begs Auger to use magic to save him. Auger realizes that she'll have to draw magic in front of others and begins to experience a flashback of trauma to when she wasn't good enough and her first master declined teaching her. She has a bit of a mental breakdown in this case, so it was, well, I'm not going to be good enough. I'm not going to be good enough to do this. Here, it's also mentioned that the length of one's cloak is also used to obfuscate one's riding in front of non-witches. Agot distracts, and eventually Coco manages to levitate and save Custis, the merchant boy. Then, after saving him, the Knights of Morales arrive, immediately trying to take Coco and Auger into custody. Apparently, the rock breaker spell that Coco used had turned all of the riverbank into sand and all of the water into mist. Therefore, they must reduce her memories to oblivion. Bro, a kid was stuck in water and only the main character can help. It sounds just like Felix. Just say, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Yeah, exactly. Gonna drown exactly like Felix did, and Coco's just gonna stand at the side. Wait, maybe I can do something. Never mind. Knights, more like wet toilet paper. Those hands that reached out to grab Coco and Auger kind of do look like toilet paper. The Knights are bumholes. They kind of are. But to be fair, seeing what the Brim Hats do, there's a reason why they're so terrified of anything going wrong in this instance, you know? Like, it makes sense to an extent because they are willing to do anything to get what they want. Oh my gosh, wait, rare Thrumbos? Well, this is the first time we've ever had a rare Thrumbo event. And I've only been playing this for like 50 hours on this save. Haven't we done like 25 plus streams? Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are the Thrumbos. We've got Thrumbos passing through. So, let's continue. Exotic meats. We could get rid of them. We'll see how it goes. I'll leave it like that. Tell me as soon as they're going to go off screen. Let me continue with Episode 8. In Episode 8, Tetia arrives in the nick of time, and Riche joins to stand in front of Coco and Auger for protection. Quifri arrives to threaten Eathseas, saying that they shouldn't be so hasty and that the civilians are in still need of help and that they're interfering. The villagers find that Custis has his legs broken. Easties inspects Coco's hand to see if she has any symbols on her body that would enhance or amplify her magic, but finds none. In returning home, Easties says that Coco is the first rock to fall, and that this will cause the world to change, especially after having seen that she's both an outsider and is someone that has casted that, like, insanely powerful spell that reduced the entire sandbank, or everything into the riverbank into sand, and all of the water into mist. Quifri uses the excuse that Coco didn't have her want to begin looking into the situation in the first place, but they do also have to get a wand for Coco at the same time. Coco accidentally happens to knock down some herb vials at the shop, and the boy who's helping her says that he can't help and that she should leave instead of trying to organize and sort things randomly. His silverwash eyes, as a result, don't allow him to see anything with color. Quifri casts a spell using the ink, and both the store owner and him realize it must be linked to another vial of super concentrated ink, or some kind of amplifier is inserted into it. He tells the owner that he cannot allow him to tell the Knights Morales or the Great Hall about what they have just discovered. Oh, Tetia and Riche W? Yeah, I really like Riche. I think she's really cute. She's one of my favorite characters. I like Tetia, but I think she's a little bit too childish. She's like always happy-go-lucky, but I like Riche. She just wants to keep to herself and everything. Not gonna lie, I thought Quifri killed him. He didn't kill him. He was just like, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Let me tame a new thrombosis. Yeah, I've set all 3 of them to be tamed. They're passing through, though, so we need to be pretty quick about it. But yeah, they are going to be tamed, hopefully. But no, it's just memories. Yeah, I'm kind of... No, this is probably going to be a bit of a spoiler. I won't say it in case you want to read the manga. In comparison to the manga, there's one thing that I kind of want to say about Witch Hat Atelier as a whole. I didn't feel like the comedic moments in the manga were as disruptive as the anime version, and this could also be because of the Trick 2 manga, where you can just skip over panels. Like, you can read all of it. It's not like I'm not appreciating the arts or I'm not reading what the dialogue boxes say, but whenever it comes to certain panels or certain things that I do not care for in the anime, it has a prefixed amount of time that I have to take in order to, I guess, continue on with it. Like, I have to watch 30 seconds if it's 30 seconds long, but in the manga, it's like 2 panels. 2 panels, and that's it. Can I see my medical experience to see if I want to move 1 passion? You can. You can. You have got medical 1 passion, and you've got 19.20 experience into it. So, although I think that the manga is better in some sense, I think it's given advantages by its own medium, which is why. Therefore, I don't feel like it's exactly the same, you know? I don't feel like it's exactly the same, in which case maybe it's a moot point, but I still feel like it takes up too much of my time, at least too much that I'm unwilling to want to give to something else. I would much rather that the show focused more on having some of the serious moments or focusing on the spells and drawing and the sigils and the learning, but that's me being more of a nerd towards that, because even in Spice and Wolf, I was very intrigued by how the economics and the monetary systems worked, so that might just be me. That might genuinely just be me. Oh, there's a date going on. Virgil has planned a date with Mosey Moon. Wow. In which case? Yes, in which case. In which case, yeah. In episode 9, in the field, Quifrey is teaching Coco and some others. There are 5 tests that must be completed in order to become a witch, but the 6th test is for becoming a teacher, aka owning your own atelier and becoming essentially what Quifrey is, which is being able to teach others how to become a witch or to be a witch. Liche says that she hates writing spells and that others have ordered her to draw, and Agate says that Liche will never improve if she refuses to draw anything but she wants. Agate is a descendant, that we find out at this point, of one of the 3 powerful families who have become witches. Coco has a dream at this point about her crystallized mother, saying that she's an outsider who is ignorant, and normal people cannot cast magic. The forbidden spells in this case cast by Coco are a result of her not being an actual witch, aka not born into it. Wait, exhaustion? Disco is exhausted? Yeah, then get some sleep, Disco. I don't know why you're up and about. You've got regular sleep hours. Okay. I guess it's because you're on work frenzy and you want to do nothing but work. Yeah. Let's see. A delicate spell of healing. Oh, yeah. At this point, we find out that the vial is a delicate spell of healing that connects 2 vials, and was one of the ones forgotten by the day of the pact. Quifrey tries to remove the metal components inside, or the glass little seal inside the vial of conjuring ink, and tries to figure out where it's from and if the brim hats still exist. However, as he tries to remove it, he is consumed by a vortex of water that nearly drowns him, as the coin inside tends to summon or happens to summon an eyeball brim hat that breaks the vial. That morning, the girls say that Quifrey has been acting weird, and then Coco returns Agate's silk shoes, and Agate questions why Coco has done that and says that she doesn't understand why she's doing all of this to somehow curry favor with her. However, she happens to pass out immediately during this conversation, and we cut to Quifrey. Quifrey is on his walk, and Agate suddenly races over to reach him as Coco has fallen unconscious due to a worsening fever. At this city, Tarta leads Quifrey to the hospital with Coco in tow. I gotta say, I don't know what Agate has out for Coco at this point, but also I feel like it's one of those naivete things where they're just doing things for the sake of it, because what on earth are we talking about here, Agate? Like, how could we do... I'm impressed on how much homework Og does every week on anime. 1 new 12-page essay every week. WTF? Yeah. No, I write notes and everything. I've been doing this since the beginning. I write down notes, and I wanted to do... I was like, okay, because I'm realizing that everyone isn't able to keep up in terms of remembering all of the different episodes, because you guys probably don't take notes, I figured that I would begin providing, like, a synopsis of some kind to describe a little bit of what's happened during each of the episodes, you know? So I feel like that has helped everyone. Cuckoo for Coco. Cuckoo! True. Red bean paste or mochi. Red bean paste! Red bean paste! Red bean paste. I love red bean paste. You should do red bean paste. But yeah, the whole reason why I do it is so that I can give you all a little bit of a recap, and then we can be on the same page whenever I'm trying to discuss certain points, because I write down all of my points in a, well, not only bullet point order, but I do it chronologically depending on the episodes that I watch, if it's something that I piece together, or if it's something that I found particularly interesting. So yeah, there are quite a few instances of that. Also, are we joking? Why has no one butchered this? Why are we putting corpses in the dumping stockpile? You shouldn't be putting anything in here. What are we talking about? That doesn't go in here. Okay, yeah, don't use that. Only chunks should go in here. Yeah, whatever. So I wanted to be able to provide a little bit of context as I also talk about my notes that I have for those episodes. But what did you all think about it? I think Agate doesn't really have a reason to be behaving this way. I get it. They're all kids. I get it. She has trauma. I get it. She was told that she has to do this a certain way, but she lashes out towards everyone. It's not just Coco that she's really mean to. It's not just the fact that she tried to get Coco killed or tried to have her fail any of the exams. It's also kind of wild that she's so mean to Riche, even though she's known her for a while, and is still acting like this basically all the way throughout. She comes to the realization later, which is, yeah, I guess a little bit of a spoiler, but I'll get to the synopsis of that anyway, so if you've kept up thus far, you will have seen it already. Yes, she does change a little bit because she understands the circumstance, but do you realize how many hurdles that everyone else has had to undergo to understand Agate, and Agate has undergone, like, none of that to try understand others? Like, Coco has gone to understand Riche. Riche has come to understand Coco because she realizes that she's an outsider. Even Tetia came to understand Coco beforehand. She was like, oh, I'm sorry because I looked at you or I glared at you while we were in a life or death situation. That's perfectly fine. Tetia gets it. But somehow Agate, in a life or death situation, was just like, Coco, you're so incompetent. I hate you. I hate you because you decided to learn magic suddenly. No, I don't want to hear it, Agate. You keep pushing the exact same standards that you keep pushing onto everyone else. You had those standards pushed onto you, and now you're pushing it onto everyone else, and you tried to get someone killed. That doesn't help anyone. So I don't know. It's childish. Yes, I get it. She's a child, so maybe it can be excused in that sense. But if I'm to interpret that this is a bit of a drama show and that this is, well, how people should be somewhat acting, I guess it feels a little bit dumb that everything can be excused by the fact that they're kids. You know? Like, some of them do and some of them don't act like children in terms of how their character is portrayed. Agate at least attempts to act mature while still being a kid, and she tries to hold others to the same standard that she was held to, but then fails at it, then gets upset, and doesn't attempt to try and understand them as a result. So yeah, she's just a big tsundere or whatever the word is. Yeah, I always wondered about Agate, just found it a little bit annoying. Yeah, she's a bit annoying in that sense. Like, I understand again, but it feels like you could say either it's a case of character development and that she becomes better, or you could say it's a case of, like, should she have been better from the beginning? Should she have learned she's a kid? Maybe she doesn't have to. But Quifrey does nothing about it at the same time. She does nothing about it at the same time. So what am I meant to do about that? Like, I feel like Quifrey, if he was more involved, should be doing something about it. So honestly, I feel like it's a little bit of a failing of Quifrey. You know how there's the notion that, oh, you shouldn't allow your kids to be on the internet without some kind of level of supervision? Like, you wouldn't just allow your child to roam the internet freely or whatever without giving some kind of restriction, you know? Like, you have to do things in favor of your kids to be able to take care of them properly. Or if you don't have kids, let's go with the example of a sibling or a sister or a brother, whoever's younger than you. Maybe you have a friend that you care for in the same way you would as a sibling or someone younger than you. Like, that to me, I feel like you should have the idea, oh, I want to try do something in the best interest of them to try and protect them to a certain extent, right? Like, that much I feel Quifrey should be doing, but he doesn't really do that. He doesn't really do that, so I kind of think he's a bad teacher. Also, D6, you gave me a little bit more money. Was that because I gave you 2 points and you gave me 1,700 prior to this, and you want to move over more points? Or if that one even counts, Michiru from Fruits of Grosai. She's a little bit of a tsundere, but I also think she's really silly. I think she's really silly. If she classifies as tsundere, she's the bad kind. I wasn't aware there's a good kind. There is, like, Pravati from Nikki. I think Pravati is a very good tsundere. She's, well, yes, she's abrasive, but she's immediately willing to backpedal and want to spend time with Commander in that case, or the Commander, or quote-unquote you. So I think that Pravati is a good example of a good tsundere. Some people might say Rin Tosaka is also a good tsundere because she does actually care about Shiro, but I don't know if I agree, because in some instances with Rin, she acts a little bit silly, you know? Acts a little bit silly. Let's see. What about Taiga from Torodora? I hate her. I hate Torodora so much. Okay, hottest take that I have, Torodora sucks. It is one of the worst animes out of there because I hate Taiga. I hate Taiga. She sucks so much. She is so mean. She is so unkind. She does not care. She is completely unempathetic towards anyone's situation. She sucks so much. Everyone brushes her off because she's small, because she's the palm-top tiger, because she can get away with literally everything. She sucks. I hate her. I do not think she's a good character. I do not understand why people like her so much, because they're like, oh, she's so cute. Look, she's actually trying to punch him and gets really mad whenever she's upset. Like, you know, if she were regular size, she would actually be beating the tar out of him, right? Also, that doesn't excuse any of the actions that she committed as well. Like, you know, the whole part about pretending to go missing for a couple of months after being proposed to, putting off the wedding for a couple of months because she was embarrassed, then leaves the town for, as said, going missing for a couple of months, only to come back and then say, we're married now, by the way. How dare you do that? Oh, that makes me so mad. I would have used a banishment spell on her. I would have banished her into, like, a bag of holding, and she could be trapped in a void permanently. Take care, Homino-san. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take care, Homino-san. Hope to see you on my debut day if you're not back by the end of the stream. Bye-bye. Around the end of the year, you should do a Game of the Year parody. Auger Slop of the Year? Why? Okay, I don't want to call it Auger Slop because that might be mean to the devs, but I will say Auger's Indie Game of the Year. I could do something like that. It would have to be around, like, I don't know, maybe I would have to schedule it, because again, I do my vacations near the end of the year, so maybe I have scheduled uploads and something like that. Nah, man, I hate Toradora. The blue-haired girl should have won. I don't remember that much. I just have a burning vitriol for Taiga. She sucks so much. I really do not like her. It goes against every single thing that I like in characters. Like, even the tsunderes that I do excuse as being slightly well-written, or the ones that I actually like, it's just, she just sucks on every front. She's mean, she's never shown affection, she pretends to go missing, she causes the guy a mental breakdown and sends him into depression because he thinks that he's been broken up with because his partner that he's engaged with and proposed to ghosted him for months. Her family doesn't know where she went, her friends doesn't know where she went, her stuff is still where it was. She went missing for months. He thought she was dead. He was moving on with his life, and she shows up months later saying, we're married now, lol. Hee hee, we're married now. I hate her. There's nothing worse you could do to a person than instill 2 billion years of trauma in them. That is purgatory. You have ruined this guy's life, and then you come back to ruin it again. You did him a favor by leaving like that. Okay? What anime are you even talking about? Toradora. It sucks. I hate it so much. She's terrible. She is absolutely horrid. Wizard crashing out on a tsundere. Yeah, because I can admit there are some tsunderes that are actually pretty good. She is not. She is not. I see. I'm not watching that ever then. Do not. Do not bother. Do not even get close. She sucks so much. I hate her. I hate her, hate her, hate her, hate her. Blah! I hate people who are aggressive for no reason, especially physically. The moment a tsundere character gets physical, I really hate her. You would hate her. Her entire shtick is that she's the palm top tiger, and she gets away with beating people up because she's small and can't actually deal any harm or can't do any harm. But, you know, if you scaled her up to be the size of an average person, she would actually beat someone up. She would, like, hospitalize someone. She gets so mad sometimes. That's why she's called the palm top tiger, because she's a tiger in how annoying, how ferocious, and how vicious she is, but palm top because she's so small that she literally can't do anything about it. So, like, there are better tsunderes than others, but that doesn't mean any tsundere is actually a good character. A tsundere is a sorry excuse for not having the skill to write an actual personality. I don't know if that's the case, because I am an enjoyer of gap moe, so I actually enjoy gap moe in that sense, and I can think that tsundere is a good way of doing it, or at least a good way of contrasting the two. Again, I am a bit of an otaku, so I do really enjoy gap moe, and I like how it's sometimes portrayed. Like, Pravati is probably one of my favorite depictions of it, because she is a well-written character. She's got her entire conflict, for instance, with wanting to express her interest in the commander while also having to maintain her job, while also trying to be unbiased or impartial with her duties and her interactions with the commander. Like, there are a lot of factors, and it kind of goes over this in both the story, the side missions, some of the events, and I really like her. Just overall, she's tsundere, but if the commander were to say, like, oh, so you don't want to go on a date then? She's like, well, no, that's not what I said. Let's go on a date then. Then she's, like, actually forward about it. So as long as Pravati is, like, pressed, I think that's a good way of writing tsunderes. I think anyone that is really adamantly tsundere is bad. Like, I can see teasing, jabbing, and being embarrassed as good traits or defined traits, but until they become, like, obnoxiously so, or they don't ever admit to their feelings, I think that becomes an immaturity problem. So which episode were we talking about? We were talking about episode 9, and we got into the entire discussion of tsunderes and which characters we like, and then Mr. Brown asked me about Toradora and Taiga, since I really don't like her. So yeah, let's continue with episode 10. Oh, okay, I actually forgot. Yeah, no worries. I went on an entire side tangent about how much I hate certain tsunderes, because I do get it, but I do not like all of them. And there are some very prominent examples. I dislike them more on average than I like them. And I feel like Age falls into, or Agotto, she falls into the category of tsundere characters that I really do not like, because she's never, and again, this falls back into the points or into the ballpark range of, like, oh, but she's a kid, she doesn't really understand what it is she's doing, she's still maturing, she's still dealing with trauma, whatever. It's like, okay, but then why has she never decided to have some kind of self-reflection? Like, everyone is telling her, or at least Quifree is somewhat partially responsible for not having told her how to develop herself as a person. I need to went? Okay. I hope your internet comes back. Quifree should at least be there to try and help Ago to develop her personality, to develop herself as a person beyond just being a good witch, and he's not really doing that, so the blame partially falls on top of him as being a bit of a bad teacher. At the same time, I don't think Agot has ever tried to develop her personality. She's only ever tried to improve her magic. Trauma is not an excuse to beat up the MC because you can't handle your emotions. Exactly. It also does not justify trying to get someone killed. It does not justify trying to get someone killed. She was like, oh yeah, I'm going to teach Coco a lesson that she's truly an outsider by sending her basically to her death if she were to attempt it. Because again, she wasn't going to go check on Coco. She just let Coco do the test on her own with only her self shoes, knowing that the self shoes could levitate her high enough to actually cause her injury. Because remember, as we saw, she was able to levitate to, like, I don't remember how many meters they said. What did, like, the mounds or whatever, they elevated to a couple 100 meters or something like that. That was insane, okay? You do not just let a child fly around with shoes that allow her to levitate a couple 100 meters into the air. She could die, okay? That's not something that, not even a kid does that, you know? My goodness. Again, a bit. Yeah, it doesn't make it good, right, or him a good teacher. No, it doesn't. Again, teachers not stopping bullying is nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, unfortunately. But I also feel like Quiffery is very, very lenient. Very, very lenient on all of the students that he has there. Again, I feel like Quiffery is actually a really lame teacher now that I'm thinking about it. I never really comprehended it before because I never analyzed it as much as I am now. But all of these bullet points, they're making me realize Quiffery really sucks. Like, he's an okay character who's troubled by his traumas and whatnot, but he's a grown man, okay? As some people on the internet might say, and pardon my French, he's a grown-ass man. Okay? He's a grown-ass man. He does not care. He should not be a teacher. What is that 6th test? I want to know what that 6th test is that he had to pass in order to become a teacher. How is that possible? Kaimana will kill you for that, for hating on Quiffery. No, I think she would agree when she hears my argumentation for it, because even though he can be... I guess, like, I don't care. I'm not attracted to him. I only care for monster girls. Yes, Quiffery can be a handsome-looking guy or whatever, but he sucks as a teacher. He really sucks as a teacher. He's like, can we list all of the times collectively how much he's actually taught the girls, or the amount of times that he's actually done something conducive to, conducive to their education? I'm not sure. Like, oh, he's helped them learn maybe some of the basic principles. He gives them a place to stay and study magic, and he gives them books. He also saves them from danger sometimes. Like, he's nice, don't get me wrong, he's nice, but what has he actually done that's been good as a teacher? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what Quiffery has done that's actually good. You know? Like, what has he done that's good about teaching? Oh yeah, let me leave you unattended while I'm at this store testing out stuff for the broom hats while you get lost in a parallel dimension where a dragon is trying to kill you. Okay. What about the next thing that he did? Oh yeah, let me take you to the hospital immediately, but I have to go put out a fire. I know I was asked by the villagers, but also you've got a fever and you might actually die, so let me go deal with that. Oh yeah, you know that conjuring ink that you had that was given to you by the brim hats? Let me take that for myself and use it and then cast a spell and then cause an entire ruckus and then be so tired that I won't be able to take care of you properly. I've never really viewed him much as a teacher, but as a guardian. I think a guardian is more apt, but the issue is that he describes that there are 5 tests to become a fully fledged wizard. Or sorry, a fully fledged witch. He could never qualify to be a wizard in my world, okay? You have to take 5 tests to become a witch, and he took all of them, became a witch, then took a 6th one to then say, I want to become a teacher, so he could have his own atelier, because otherwise, he would be like Olrugio, or Olrugio. I don't know, whatever, I forget how it was pronounced. But yeah, he would become like Olrugio, and would become a watcher. And I know that's a different position, disassociated from it, but it's still not that far detached. Like, Olrugio has been more of a teacher to teach them about the different rings and everything like that. I don't know. Let's see. With how much Aug keeps getting mad at how bad of a teacher Quiffery is, you'd think that his doppelganger in our world was a teacher. Well, I mean, no, I'm not going to say anything. I think his problem is that he's too lenient and that he trusts the children too much. Yeah, but he also trusts them too much to the point that they're going to get killed. Like, he was so trusting. Are you? Am I what? What am I? I'm a wizard. An arc wizard. Either way, he's very, very lenient towards the children, so much to the point where he was very willing to just allow them to end up in situations where they could die. And you know what? Let's get into this later, because I've got more points on this as we get past episode 12. On episode 10, yeah, he trusts them too much, but they're still children. He keeps forgetting that. Yeah, he keeps forgetting it, but he's also, like, willfully forgetting it, because how many times does he have to be reminded that they're kids? He watched one of them kill their own mother in front of him. You know? He's probably asking if you're too lenient too, Aug. No. I know he was asking if I was a teacher, but I'm not going to answer that. So, in episode 10, at the hospital, it's found that Coco was fainting due to a lack of sleep and that the onset cold was caused by it. Quifrey then tells Tarta that his question will have to wait, since he was asking him outside the hospital previously, and that today isn't a good time. At the hospital, a fire breaks out at a nearby pub and Quifrey is asked to help. Aren't you our teacher, though? WTF is this? I am your teacher, but I'm like mentor, you know? I'm your wizard mentor, like a professor, you know? I'm not really... Actually, maybe I do need to be more of a teacher. You know what? This is making me reflect on myself. Maybe I'm getting so mad with Quifrey because I'm beginning to realize that he has qualities that I have for you. I haven't been paying attention enough to my apprentices. I mean, look at how we're playing Rimworld. I'm having to take care of you so that you don't end up dying to some stray bullet or in a raid somewhere. I'm having to make sure that you actually are taken care of. And, yeah, I guess I haven't been doing much. Cooking takes 5 ever to level up? Yep. It takes a long, long time. At least you're making a whole bunch of pemmican, but... yeah, we need some more cooking stuff to this. Again, you are making... wait. Inefficiently make android fuel. We can make android fuel? Quifrey needs to take a lesson out of that high school art teacher's book from Blue Period. Genuinely has to. Because how on earth does this happen? I wish I had a teacher like that when I was younger. Man, that's what... wait! Kaimana's predicted that a wandering lich is going to walk in. Okay. Before I begin on the next part, who wants to become a lich? Does someone want to become a lich? I don't know if there are genes we can steal from that, but there's a lich walking in? Okay. I've never seen that one coming in. Delicious. Okay. Either way, at the hospital, a fire breaks out at a nearby pub and Quifrey is asked to help. Tarta is sneaking around in the hospital to find his hat and he finds Coco groaning to herself in pain. She's also crying because of how much pain she's in, and it's there that Tarta realizes again that he's incapable of knowing which herb to give Coco, as his silver wash, the eye condition, made it impossible to discern between the different ingredients. So he tries to go buy their compounds instead. He gives up after eliminating it down to 3 vials, but Coco says that he has yet to try any magic to aid him with his vision. Coco shows him the circle to return powder to solid, and Tarta improves upon the spell as a test to make out which of the ingredients is the tranquil leaf, the one that will aid in Coco's recovery. By using it, the new spell that he has created, or that Coco has created or assisted in creating, whatever. He finds the tranquil leaf after a little bit of searching. He's then also found by some of the staff at the hospital, who then says, "Why would there not be anyone in the hospital?" Well, very clearly, no one was there when he called out. So I'm not sure what to say to that. That was a really dumb thing, you know? Either way, by then Coco realizes that the inversion spell for solids to powder and powders to solids means that she can revert the forbidden spell by the brim hats on her mother. And that sets up how she's going to go about trying to reverse the spell on her mother. Make Okami a lich so that he can't die anymore. He seems to do that pretty often. If he were here, well, he's dead, technically. Dum, dum, dum. Yeah, not gonna lie, I really loved episode 10. Loved it. Episode 10 was really good. Episode 10 was really good. Assisted because he drew the spell. Yeah, I would say that Coco was basically the one to come up with it and was the one to show him how to do it, and then all Tarta did was, you know, add a couple... he basically added his signature in the bottom right and said, "Yeah, I made this. This is my original spell now, lol." Not really how that works. Not really how that works. But yeah, episode 10 was really good because, honestly, I really like Tarta. I think he's one of the characters that wants to do good. He doesn't seem so childish, but he is immature in his ways of understanding magic because he's always been denied how to use magic and how to go about using magic. So I feel like it kind of makes sense, you know, that he's so averse to trying to figure out how to and what he should use magic for, you know? So I really like his character. I think he's a very good character, and Honestly, I wish that the anime continued so that we could see more of him, because you do actually get to see more of him in the manga. You get to see a couple of other characters that I really like as well in the manga, and you do get to see more of Olrugio in the manga, and he's by far one of my favorite characters. Olrugio is such a cool guy. And that brings us to episode 11. Auger begins to question what makes Coco so different from every other witch if she manages to learn of the wizarding world. So now she's beginning to have doubts in herself and a little bit of doubts towards what it means to become a witch. Quifrey asks if Coco has realized what her speciality in magic is yet, and Coco replies that her speciality is straight lines. She's good at straight lines. That's her speciality. Drawing straight lines. It's super simple. Honestly, the note that I have for this is, okay, lol. Because what am I meant to say to this? Like, how do you... It's like when a kid suggests, oh, you know, I'm actually an expert at drawing the sun. And all they do is draw a sun in the top right corner of every single drawing that they hand you. It's like, yeah, that's cute, but that's nothing. I'm sorry. Like... You're working with magic here. That's not really how the wizarding world works, or the witching world works. Then proceeds to pop off on drawing straight lines. Exactly. She draws a couple 100 straight lines and calls it a day. Yep, that's it. I've drawn 50 straight lines. That's going to be my exercise for today. In case you don't know, that is also what they teach you at art school. If you've done anything that's like involved with learning how to do classic or traditional arts studies, they'll have you like draw a whole bunch of lines. And I think basically Coco's speciality is the fundamentals of drawing. Wow. Tarda, check how straight my lines are. Yeah. Proceeds to rip a straight one. You know what I mean? Tarda, check this out. Poink! And draws a completely straight line in one go. I think it's interesting. Yes, however, if we compare what everyone else's speciality is, it feels like when someone compares to you by saying they're... I know she's doing this naively, right? I know she's doing this naively because she doesn't actually know. It's... like when you say, oh yeah, my speciality is working with architecture, and I work specifically with drainage system architecture, and someone's like, oh yeah, well actually, I'm really good at drawing, so I could architect what you're doing. It's like, no, you couldn't. But man, it's annoying how every time literally anything teeny tiny teensy bit interesting happens, she's like, oh, true. OMG, OMG, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I get that it's meant to show off how ecstatic she is about loving magic and whatnot, and it is meant to be from a perspective of childish wonder, but it does kind of break some of the serious moods out of it. I think this was especially prevalent, as we'll probably get to... oh, wait, yeah, I'll finish this synopsis of episode 11 first, because I really like this one, because I like Riche. So, Auger begins to question, blah, blah, blah. Her speciality is straight lines. Riche says that she doesn't like having to read from books, and that Quifrey says that she needs to learn more. But Riche has an outburst before running off. Coco eventually finds her inside of a basket pocket dimension that's bigger on the inside than out. Coco asks Riche why she didn't like reading books about spells, and she admits, Riche in this case, that she only wants to focus on her spells. She doesn't want others to contaminate her spells, because reading from them means that she'll begin to draw them. So... not her own spells. She'll be forced to draw other people's spells, therefore be influenced by them, therefore be tainted, I guess is the best word. So we also learn in this case that Richelette is her name, which I think she's cute. I think it's cute that she went with Riche, because I don't know if I would say Richelette the entire time. But yeah, Riche has a flashback to when she made crystal ribbons via magic, and her brother once said that he loves her spells before he inevitably ended up disappearing. Later that day, Quifrey's students are shown the next test, which is the Serpent's Back, or the Serpent's Cave. At the test site, Riche is confused as to why she was included in the test, and she questions why he would lie, in this case Quifri, when he said that he would never do something that she didn't want to do. Quifri then says that he did it because he believes it to be in the best interest of her, and Riche agrees to do it on one condition, that she can do whatever she wants to on the test. The group then follows Elira, one of the other witches, the assistant witch, and one of the ones in charge of the test with Quifri. The Serpentback Cave exists all the way back since the Day of the Pact. It stretches on for ages and is a practice in using magic to protect oneself from magic. So, not gonna lie, Riche got a little bit annoying with that until she redeemed herself later. I liked her until she had her up. You find every kid annoying, lol. I think Riche is fine. Like, the reason why I'm more empathetic towards Riche is that she has an outburst. She realizes, oh, I've had an outburst. I shouldn't have treated people like that. Then goes back on it and says, you know what, I'm sorry. And begins to comfort and try to help others rather than just being a complete disservice to the entire group. By the way, wasn't that lady the one we saw when Quifri went to the tower? Yes, that is also Elira. I'm glad you remembered. She is... No, I think that's a spoiler. I don't think it was ever revealed what exactly she is. But yeah, she works on the tower. She works in the tower as one of the people there that oversees the tests. So, it's slightly, somewhat, partially, maybe, potentially known knowledge. And in any case, I don't really dislike Riche. She's my favorite. She's the cutest, and I like her. But also, I find it a little bit odd. I guess it is pride that she doesn't want her spells to become tainted and to learn of others' spells so that she can hopefully retain what originality she has to her magic. But I feel like at the same time, she should be looking at what all of the other girls are doing and realize, oh, actually, if I were to use more spells, it doesn't mean that I can't continue to make my own spells. And I get this is instilled by one of her previous teachers. Again, we've got a lot of these situations where it's like this prodigy student was berated by their previous teacher and now something has happened to the point where they don't want to begin learning magic anymore. And I guess that's meant to be the juxtaposition with Coco and the rest of the girls, that an outsider can show their love and bring the love for magic or revitalize it in girls that have lost their love for magic. And it's very cliche in that sense, but it's one of the themes that I noticed as a result of it. So I can understand it, but I think Riche was very reasonable all in all about it, because she was willing to accept, like, okay, Quifri lied to me, I don't like it, but he believes that it's in my best interest, I'll do it, and I'll only do it on this one condition, that I intend for me to be able to do whatever I want as a part of the test instead, you know? So I get why she was like that, I get why she felt betrayed and why she had that outburst, because imagine your teacher, after you told them explicitly, I'm only here because I want to be able to study what I want to, and they decide to sign you up for something without your consent. That sucks. Okay, that sucks. You joined explicitly so that you didn't have to do it, and they did it anyway. That's what I find to be a little bit of an issue here, and I completely understand why Riche was upset by that. So I don't think her outburst was unjustified. It is childish, yes, but she eventually gets over it, and she does so in basically the exact same episode, so I don't so much mind it. I think it's pretty okay. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, that one was understandable. I meant the first one. Oh, yeah. Whenever she had the outburst about, I don't want to study magic, and then she runs off to her already uniquely created magic where she created a pocket dimension. Okay, I don't think anyone's appreciating how extraordinary that was. I think Coco was the only one to be like, wow, look at this really cool room, but like, dude, Riche just created like a miniature pocket dimension inside a basket. That is kind of nuts. Like, all things considered, she's got her entire secret hideout there, and she be casting spells underground in her own pocket dimension. Which is, you know, unique to say the least. I don't think any of the other girls, but then again, we haven't really seen much of Tetsuya in the anime thus far. At least, I still really like Riche, despite everything. Also, I think the Thrumbos are gone, or the Thrumbos leaving. Did we lose them? I don't think we managed to tame a single one of the Thrumbos. I should have just killed them instead. Lay sigh, we cringe on. I'm not gonna kill the rabbit beasts here, because they're cute. Pocket dimension. Wouldn't that count as teleporting? Is she with the bad guys? No. It's not teleporting. It's the same thing that Quifrey showed whenever they changed the dials on that thing in order to change which destination they're looking through. I know it wasn't serious. Okay, sorry. I'm having an entire serious discussion, but yeah, I'm in my serious Auger Rondel mood. So as I begin to discuss this, then we come to episode 12. It's explained as connotation or a little bit of context to the Serpent's Cave that the Kingdom of Romon invented a maze magic to close off their society from the world. It created this labyrinthine cave known as the Serpent's Back Cave today. The magic of the Serpent Back Cave means that standing on the paved stones redirects gravity to pull you down to where the tile is facing, or at least downwards on it. Auger uses her magic to find which tiles have paved stone, and redirects gravity by seeing which are submerged in water and which are not. Because, of course, the way that it works is whenever water goes over a tile that does not have this gravity redirecting magic, it'll just float off. It'll just float off and it'll be completely dry because it drips off. This can mojito isn't as good as I wanted it to be. I'm sorry to hear. Back to Witch Hat Atelier. Yeah, so the water flows off of these, and Riche is mad because she believes that Auger cast the right spell to get the right answer, which is why she refuses to do anything about it. In the cave, they encounter a gap between the stones, and Riche says that all they must do to continue the path is to climb over somehow. So she decides to extend one of the tiles all the way to the opposite side. Auger uses her water magic or her ice magic or whatever to create an she duplicates the tiles. It was Elira who uses her ice magic to extend, and then Auger uses that later. And then I forgot to write down the name of the boy because I kept forgetting it in episode 12. It was only like mentioned once. Let's see. I'll just chug it, and my pralines, which also contain alcohol. Enjoy your pralines. I really like pralines. They're really good. I love pralines. Iuni. I wonder how you would actually pronounce that without having to use Japanese. Iuni? Iuni. Yeah, because in Japanese they just say uni. But it sounds weird if you were trying to pronounce that in like any context. Because, again, the world is like based off of medieval Europe, I'm pretty sure. So they're picking from like Germanic etymology to their words. I sound like a grown tube. Like, I don't want to sound like a grown tube, so I'm just going to call him Uni from now on. Yeah, Uni decides that he's going to cross it by... What was it? He wanted to extend it somehow, but yeah. That name sounds more Korean than it does sound European, much less German. No, I'm meaning the etymology of... Or like the world building is based primarily off of European roots and origins, and the naming convention is supposed to be somewhat reflective of that, but in a fantastical sense. Somewhat. But yes, the names don't really fit in that sense. Coconuts is a very big coconut. Yep. Probably one of the biggest. One of the biggest seeds. Either way, let me find out where I was. The point of the test is to hide casting spells by outsiders, which is why the Merfins are brought along, because they will scream if they see you casting magic and they'll flee in terror. So, also, I noted down one of my favorite moments, Angriche points. That was so cute. So this is like 90% of every fantasy or isekai. Yes. Yes. It is. Yes. But yeah, Angriche was one of my favorite parts, just because she was so cute. She was so cute. If you eat too much, you get very fat. No. I don't want to get fat. I know you're referencing the song, but yes. Then the Brim Caps show up, and Elira sends a message to Quifrey. While she's abducted, by the way. While she's abducted, she just sends a message, says, oh yeah, Quifrey, the students, they're in trouble. And wants the students to get out of there. Bye-bye. And that ends episode 12. I'll continue with episode 13 because we're right at the end, and we may as well continue the discussion or finish the discussion on this. Outside the cave? Outside the cave, Quifrey receives Elira's hat, knowing that the brim hats are behind it. Before Quifrey can react, he's hit by a rock on the back of his head, and inside the cave, the brim hat hunts for the students. The boy, Uni, creates a shadow cloak to hide them from the brim hat, and the brim hat says that the pointed hats are held back by their fear for casting spells due to their supposed rules. Instead, the pointed hats should be willing to make sacrifices, and therefore, Auger should die in hopes that Coco will use forbidden magic to save her or reverse the transformation. The brim hat then attempts to cut a sigil into Agot's arm, but Riche and Uni save her. It is then underneath the bridge that Uni is captured by a brim hat, completely isolated and alone. Riche and Agot call out to him, but he comes crawling back, slowly transforming into a wolf as he screams in pain. The brim hat says that if they wish to save Uni, then they can be his guest, since after all, magic has all of the answers already, and had they not held themselves to the rules of the pointed hats, they could save him. Riche says that she'll save Uni, but Agot says that she's foolish. She only knows the spells that she likes and therefore can't do anything in unexpected circumstances, lacking the versatility of any other witch. We then cut to Quifrey, as Coco, Tetsuya, and them have all fallen into a pit. As Coco reaches out for Quifrey's glasses, he snaps and tells her to be quiet, while also giving one of those signature Quifrey stares, where you know something's about to go down. As they wait, the people of Romanon begin to approach as golden statues of armor, which ties back into what Quifrey was saying, that Romanon had been captured by these people. They were infatuated with greed, so the witches turned them into gold and turned them into statues. Quifrey then stays close to the rest of the group as they then... Again, this was a really weird cliffhanger. They kind of make it out, they kind of don't. He fights them a little bit, but it was like the shortest action sequence I've seen. So my notes just like abruptly end because I was like, what? I just have the note saying, what? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Because the fight ended in like 5 frames or 5 seconds, and they're out of the cave at that point, and the show ends. So, like... Maybe I'm implanting memories from when I read the manga, but that was it. I was like, what? Okay. Poor Uni, that shit was so messed up. It was so messed up. Bye-bye? Wait, what? Why are you saying bye-bye to me, Helios? I'm so confused. Poor Uni. Did you swear? Oh my gosh, wait, did I swear? Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Don't clip that. No, I can't believe it. My guess is that at the very end, Quifrey used forbidden magic. I don't think it's much of a spoiler. No, he didn't. He didn't use forbidden magic. Even he wouldn't do something like that. You said poop? Yeah, I suppose I did. I was just busy reading off everything that was saying or was being said in chat, and I completely slipped my mind as I did so. Yeah, my mind was so focused on trying to figure out where I even finished the episode because it ends so abruptly. Like, we don't get any kind of resolution to it at all, and we also don't see what happens to Elira. You get all of these answers in the manga, well, obviously because it continues to a certain extent, but there's just nothing else to it. And the anime, he doesn't even fight them? No, he doesn't do anything. It's super duper surprising. I thought there was going to be more. But no, there's nothing else to it. That's it. It's Jover. It's Jover for them. Also, we're running out of food again. It was so weird, him powering up and then looking weirdly suspicious. Yeah, weirdly suspicious indeed, but that's just how it really Scooby-Dooby-Doo be sometimes, you know? So I'm not sure what there is to say more about it, but it ends on so much of a cliffhanger that I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get more, not only because I enjoy Witch Hat Atelier. Despite some of my gripes with it, I have it in my heart as a very solid anime or a very solid series because I enjoyed both the manga and the anime. The animation is very pretty, the manga does a very good job at telling the story, and there are some childish moments which I don't necessarily like, but it is a story about kids, so I get that completely. It's just more so... Despite these reasons, I would still value it quite highly, albeit I do wish that they hadn't ended on such a crazy... Not even a cliffhanger, right? It's not much of a cliffhanger. It's just a crazy spot to end it. I thought it was him using something forbidden, but I guess not. Unfortunately not. He wouldn't use any kind of forbidden magic, but then again, he did use a forbidden ink vial, so maybe it gives us a little bit of a sneak peek into the future. It's Demon Slayer with an actual story. I don't know if it's close to Demon Slayer in terms of, like, anything similar. Like, what do you think is similar with Witch Hat and Demon Slayer? Because I don't even consider them to be in the same ballpark of what they're trying to discuss. Like, I like Demon Slayer, but I don't like it nearly as much as I love Witch Hat Atelier. I would place Witch Hat Atelier as being like a solid 8 in terms of how much I like it. It's probably not up to 9. Like, 9s and 10s I say would become maybe masterpieces or flawed masterpieces. I would say that Witch Hat Atelier is maybe an 8. If 5 is average, and it's not bad. 5 is not average. It's good in a sense. Like, if you were to do something below average, then yeah, I wouldn't enjoy it nearly as much. So, which is why I said that Witch Hat has an actual story. Oh, the animation quality, while Demon Slayer does. Okay, I can understand that now. Demon Slayer is usually just power up, become stronger, have a fight, power up, become stronger, have a fight, power up, become stronger, have a fight. So. Now 5 is below average. Yeah, I agree. I think the 10-point scale rating system should use that as 5 is average, but people don't often attribute it to that, so that's why I'm just clarifying. Also, Helios, you need Death Rest. Your Death Rest need is... Oh, wait, have you ever used Death Capacity Serums? Oh, no, you haven't. Wait, let's have you use all of these. Here we go. I forgot to do this for you, Helios. Use it, ingest. Yep, ingest all of them. Oh, do you want an infection, muscle parasites, or gut worms? Wow. I think infection, because then Soul 6 can resolve that instantly. Honestly, the bad guys kind of have a point. Magic should be or could be much more helpful, especially with healing. Too bad they try to get that across by torturing people. I think mostly the issue with the Brim Hats is that they are like mad scientists. I do have to say, though, I'm on the Brim Hat side. I agree with the Brim Hats. I understand what it is that they're trying to do. They're trying to free magic, and I agree. If humanity seeks to doom themselves, that's kind of their own issue here. That's kind of their own issue here. I gotta understand that. They are right. Finally, someone on my side. Right? I'm actually so glad you all agree. Magic should be free. It should not be ruled or be owned by anyone in power. It should not be something that is limited to some kind of populace. Yes, it gives people an incredible amount of power, but I think it's one of those things where you have to try and regulate it and ensure that while conjuring ink is regulated to the people that can use it, everyone has the ability or the want to use magic, you know? They are right, but to go about it the wrong way by hurting people, I agree. I think that's just, you know, terrorism at that point. Magical terrorism. Yeah, but they could do it without turning a boy into a beast. Yes, the issue is more so in this case that they really just want to prove a point. They are trying to tip the scales. They are trying to ensure that whatever Coco does, she is going to use forbidden magic. Whether she likes to or not, she is going to use forbidden magic. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Some colonists have gone and said, how many arrows do you see here? Is that some? I don't think that's some. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm seeing 16 arrows. That is not some. That is the entire colony. What are we talking about? Okay. Is Kaimana infected, by the way? No, she's not, but she's in her 3rd trimester. Let's try to get people healed. Ruria's having an infection. She's already... Oh, wait. Can you recover from this immediately? Wait. If you use the med pod, does it recover you immediately? It does! Oh my gosh, the med pod recovers you immediately. Never mind. Even Sol 6 can be down and out and it doesn't do anything. Wow. Okay, cool. Problem solved. Nice. I told you. Which trimester? 3rd trimester. So she's pretty much about to blow. Kaimana's about to have a kid. Kaimana's about to have a kid again. We'll have to see. Nice, I can go on my mining expedition. Yep, you don't have to worry whatsoever. And let's check the world map, because there was one thing that I wanted to check out. We have got a steel mine, or a steel working site over here. Do we have anything else? No, not really. I kind of want to raid someone. I kind of want to go over to, like, Force Town, or maybe this one here, Terrorism's Gorge, and just raid them. About to blow? About to blow! Yep, she is about to blow, Mr. Brown. She's very close to it. She should be here for it. I think so. Is Kaimana here? Kaimana! Kaimana! Let me send her a message. Let me see if she's got time. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I'm just letting her know that she's about to give birth, or she's very close to giving birth. So let's see. It says it's gonna last for 18 days. Aug, I'm sorry, but I need you to read my previous messages. Okay, let's see. Finally, someone on my side. Yeah, I could do that. I'm also the only one in my friend group who was mad when Heroes of the Story in the Avengers Infinity won, and they made more movies just to make him lose. Still an enigma to me. When the hero of the story in Avengers Infinity won, and they made... Wait. Can you... Sorry, is it a girl or a boy? Hello, Kaimana! You're on your 3rd trimester. You're going to give birth. It's any... Avengers Infinity War. Wait. I was mad when the hero of the story in Avengers Infinity War, and they made more movies just to make it... Wait, who? Who's the hero in Avengers Infinity War? But yeah, Kaimana, you're about to give birth. I don't... Thanos? Oh, yeah, I was kind of hoping Ultron would win. I really liked Ultron. Probably one of my favorite characters. I do get why Thanos did what he did, and I don't think he was all that bad for it. We can't inspect the baby genes. Oh, right, never mind. We reduced it to just be elf ears. Yeah, that's fair. The baby's genes are just going to be elf ears because I remember that we gene edited it a little bit using divine intervention. But Kaimana, pregnant 3rd trimester. Let's see. Elf ear daughter. Elf ear daughter. Elf ear daughter. What would you rather have? Would you rather have elf ear daughter or 9-tailed kitsune son? My message. We don't know. We don't know. Okay. Yeah, we don't know just yet. We don't know. But I suppose we'll see. Yeah, how does Kaimana have 8 passion when everyone of us can only have 5? She paid. She paid to increase her passions. She basically used all of her silver in the beginning of the game to increase her passions on multiple things. That was why. She increased, I think, her melee, and then she increased her social. She bought 4 passions in total. So yeah, she was able to do that. To get rid of inbred, I paid. Yep. Kitsune-san and elf... No, you can't have both! I said Kitsune-san or elf daughter. Which one? Which one, Kaimana? You can't have both. I said or. There was no and, there was or. Sorry. I activated the sleeper agent inside me. I can't choose? Yeah, well, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. That's the point of the question. I kept the elf ears. Yeah, he did make Kitsune daughter. That wasn't the question, because I was asking Kaimana since she really was happy for the elf ears there. I can tame her. Okay. I think that is taken massively out of context. Massively out of context. She can't. The only kid has ears. But I don't count Ruria as my daughter, so I'm gonna choose daughter since I want my first child to be a girl. Wait, what? Excuse me? Kaimana, what if it's a boy? What happens then? Are we going to abort it if it's a boy? In that case, like, what do you want in this case? If it's a boy, it is what it is. Will you still love your child if it's a boy? Are you going to do something different? Or what are you going to do if it's a boy? Of course. Okay, I'm just asking because you said you really, really wanted a daughter. So postnatal abortion is illegal though, Kaimana? Not in Rimworld. Not in Rimworld, it isn't. There are no laws. I would name it Oliver. Okay, if it's a girl, what do you want to name it? Because in case you're not here, I want to be able to name the kid. I can pay you if you want to be the daughter, but you have to promise to accept Ruria then. Oh. Oh. I don't want Ruria. Oh my gosh! What on earth? Kaimana's so mean. She's like, Ruria is kind of my daughter, but I also don't want her. Also, did you forget all the child is mine too? Yeah, kind of just neglected that fact, probably because she doesn't care enough. It was never my daughter. You... okay. Sure. Whatever you say, Kaimana. I think we stripped her relations to it. Do they have to be? What? Oh my gosh! Kaimana, what are you talking about? Yeah, of course it's Disco's child as well. He literally gave his pawn literally gave the semen genes. The genes of the semen. What do you mean? Is it his kid too? Yes, it is. He fertilized the eggs. The seamen, yes, with their little boats and everything. They traveled to shore and landed on the island. It was a battle royale. Swimmingly. Yeah, it went pretty swimmingly. I could have done it myself. Kaimana's just rage baiting at this point. I just needed a little help. So you wouldn't have cared if it was someone else in... Sorry. You wouldn't have cared if it was someone else in that case? Or what? Yeah, and apparently not true, Helios. Actually true. Because Kaimana was completely sterile for like the longest time. No, I wouldn't cheat on Rimbund. But you would have a kid without him? How do you think kids are born, Kaimana? You would want to have a kid without him, but you wouldn't cheat on him. I even paid to make you fertile. Yeah, he did. He's actually helped you fund so many of these things. I think Disco should file for divorce and gain sole custody at this point. Actually, do you think he should take the kids? Do you think he should take the kids? Maybe he leaves to go on his own colony somewhere. He takes the only kids and he... Whoa! Wait, what? Metalhead has died? What? Wait, it was infected again! How is that possible? It's... Oh, and now Auger Prime is dead. Oh my gosh, what on earth? Why? Okay, resurrect all of the... Like, do this forever. Why are they dying? Okay, I'm glad we made children. What? No, I'm the one giving birth, not him. I carried for 9 months. Yeah, but he also gave you the genes. He gave you the ability to be able to do this. He's also put so many points into funding your kid. We're watching like a Judge Judy trial. Die then? You're a loser? Wow. Oh my goodness, a falling out. You know, I'm not meaning to incentivize anything, but like, if you wanted, I could divorce you right now, legally. I can divorce you. Wait, actually, is that an option? Is there like divorce? Let's see. Edits relations. Oh no, it's not that one. It is quick actions. I said no more die messages. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, Mr. Brown. I won't ever read out the message. Die. Gulp. I know you were saying it to them, but still. Okay, Mana. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Why did it not write? Kai. Mana. Here we go. Next. Yeah, I can change it. Ex-wife. I can change it to ex-wife. That is true. I can do that. I can do that. If that's what you want, then delete Disco's what? Oh, message? No, don't change it. But it's also his kid. It's also his child. You know, he kind of helped you here. Here, I'm willing to pay to make the child a girl if she wants, letting the child have elf ears to make her happy, taking care of Rurio when she wanted her back at one point, and now she dares behave like this, bro. You're all seeing what you're all seeing this happen in real time. This is why there is drama on the rim. Bro, chill, it's roleplay. Abandoning your child is roleplay, Kaimana? Abandoning your child was all roleplay? You not caring about Ruria was roleplay to you? You not caring about Disco's feelings is roleplay to you? Judge Joggy? Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out the paternity test at some point. I'm gonna have to like randomly generate it, and then one stream you're gonna figure out which genes was inherited. You know? We're gonna have to do something like that. You're gonna have to figure out between which two colonists was one of the babies born from. Hey, just chill out. Use smoke leaf joints. Kamana, I think you're the one LARPing right now. If it's just jokes, then that's okay. But if you're trying to save skin now, Oh, look, Silent Scythe is trying to buy. If I smoke now, would it kill it? It would cause birth defects. Yeah. It would cause birth defects if you try to drink alcohol, if you try to smoke or use any kind of drug. So yeah, it does cause issues. It does cause issues. Also, just make me give birth already. I'm in a meeting. You can spend points if you want to, Kaimana. Do you want to spend points? I can make you spend points in order to get it. Because it says that it's going to take 18 days, but I don't know how it's going to be. Let's see. Pregnant third trimester, can I... Oh, okay, it's 77%. I'll make you pay 2,000 points. And I did have it on 2x speed and whatnot before. I was trying to get through it. It's just that there's animal starvation. Also, Helios needs to death rest. Why does he only have 2? I thought I made him ingest all of the death... Here we go. Use this, please. Come on. Use this. I'm gonna force him to use this. Come on. I need to make Helios use this. Gift coin. You have to type in the amount, Kaimana. Is it work from home? How can you chat in the stream while in a meeting? She just doesn't care. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Also, I'm not being greedy. She's literally got 18 days or something like that. Points not... Oh, sorry. Yes, I mean silver. That's my bad. I meant silver. I was thinking of immediate conversion. Yeah. I only require like 2,000-ish silver. Gift coins. Didn't work. But... do you even have enough? Oh, you have 5,000. Why is it not working? Can one of you test the gift coins command? Just gift like 1 coin or something. Oh, okay, there we go. What did you misspell? What did you misspell that managed to make it fail? Or did you just copy and paste and type it again? What happened? No idea? Yeah, I've no clue. That was weird. Okay. In that case, here you go, Kaimana. It looks identical. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe the bot just didn't pick up on it. Now make me give birth. Okay, geez, Kaimana. There we go. Kaimana's in labor. We just made her instantly have her water break while she was walking through the hallway. Oh, look, and now she's walking. Oh, he's trying to give her a smooch while she's walking to go on labor, or while she's in labor. There she is. Pigeon is giving her some food. She's walking, still going to the hospital. Oh, is the baby gonna pop out? What is this? Right as she goes into labor, we're having a raid? How, what, like, Randy Random must be planning this stuff. How is this possible? Why? Why now, after all of these days that we've had peace, there is a raid? Okay. Apparently there's the Holy Archer Zealbringer, who's the son... Oh my gosh, Solsticks! How on earth... Why? How have you got so many kids? What? Another one. I wonder how Kaimana offended Randy Random for him to do this. I have no clue. Disco... Wait, let's get Mr. Brown to go over here. Let's get... Rotundel, aka Helios, to go over here. Disco, I'm gonna have you fight as well. Let's see. Oh! Oh, wait. Oh, wait! Oh my gosh! They're drop shipping. They're drop shipping. They're drop shipping. I don't want your Temu products inside my warehouse. Why do you have to drop there? What? Okay. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, look at how many of them! Oh my gosh! Why are they dropping Temu products here? Okay, let's get Ruria to help in with a bit of the fight. Helios, you need to walk here. Mr. Brown, you need to walk here. D6, you need to walk over here. Let's get anyone else. Okay, you will have to help out too. Then we're gonna use, where's Spearfree? Spearfree, I need you to wake up and I need you to surge all brands. Wake up, do that. Anything else? I think that should be fine. Save already? No, we're committing. This is what we commit for. Are they stuck? Oh, no, here we go. Use 3 times. Okay. Well, fight them. Okay. Mr. Brown, go, 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 go. Oh my god, you execute them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them now. Dude, they're just destroying everything. Oh my gosh, they suck so badly. I hate them so much. Disco, let's get you to teleport in here so that we can get rid of these guys because this is so dumb why they're destroying my warehouse. Also, here's the foam spray. I guess it was bugged last time as well. I guess it was bugged. Am I birthing outside? I'm not sure. We're trying to focus and fix this raid. Just execute him. Get rid of this guy. Kaimana, you are... You're using a punching bag. What are you doing? You're giving birth and you're using the punching bag while there's a raid going on. Why? Why are you doing this? Rest. Go rest. I don't know why you're doing that. Why are you boxing? Why are you shadow boxing? That's so funny. She's going into labor. She's like, I need to practice my MMA skills. All the while, angels invade. How far in birth is she? I actually can't tell how far into labor she is. Let's see. It doesn't say exactly. I think we need to get someone to help out. Okay, you guys have all finished that. Disco, you're done. Helios, you're done. You're done. We're gonna get to capture some of these. Actually, we'll capture this guy. Is he going to... Oh no, he's gonna blow up. Mal, I want you to kill this guy. Yes, and I want you to instead capture this one. And anyone else who's alive? Yep. Let's capture this guy as well, the Lightbringer. Need death rest? I can't doctor? Yeah, no worries. I'm about to do that. It's just that they began to raid. Okay. Capture... Who? Is this guy still alive? Strip, prioritize holding... Oh, he's dead. Okay. Anyone else alive? Let's see. There's one guy over here behind. Capture. Yep. Here we go. We're gonna get every single one of them. Do this thing quickly before she gives birth on her own and save beforehand so I can pay in case something goes wrong. Nothing will go wrong. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. You're worrying over nothing. I will ensure that everything goes well. I'm a good doctor. I'm the good doctor. Oh my gosh, an Arcalium longsword? Very nice. Very nice. Death of Monkey 1? Monkey 1, no! Monkey 1! Why did Monkey 1 die? Why is Husky number 2 eating Monkey number 1? No! Monkey number 1! He's had his left and right shoulders bitten off by Husky number 2. If it does, I'm gonna end you. Why would you end me? You can just have another kid in this colony. If I die in birth, that will be a great story started for my kid. You have the recall point. You have the recall point, Kaimana. If you were to die, you would just respawn or revert back in time. So that'll be perfectly fine. You want to hack the game? The score... Oh my gosh. It keeps getting worse. The heat has reached dangerous levels now, and the rain clouds have vanished completely. Outdoor crops are struggling to grow in the baked earth. Furthermore, intense UV radiation is causing sun sickness for anyone caught outside without a hat. This sickness makes victims extremely susceptible to heat stroke. Keep your colonists under roofs or ensure they are wearing headgear. Oh my goodness. Who is this green-haired Zane dude in the hospital? It's one of our visitors. It's one of our visitors. They're chillaxing. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Any more angels that we can abduct? No, I figure that should be fine. Look at all of the ground. It's all wavy because of how much heat there is. Why can't we buy weather? Because you've paid so many times for all of the weather effects prior to this that, yeah, there's unfortunately nothing we can do about this. Let's check. Was it hydroponics? Yeah, hydroponics basin. We're going to be building all of these now. We're going to have to make as many as possible because we need to grow crops. Oops, that's wrong. And this is going to take up... Wait, how much electricity? I didn't actually check.
Not me, I'm just wondering.
It's okay, it's okay. Hydroponics. And... Oh, it doesn't require... Oh, no, it does. 70. 70. We can do that. And then they're going to have along the left line to do so. Like that. Oh my goodness. Are we seeing this hydroponics farm? We really need to begin focusing on this. Because this is going to be our primary source of food. We need a lot more steel as well. Flint and steel! Flint and steel! Okay. Let's begin building this. I need all of you to mass focus on the construction of this. Because just... Let's take a look. I think this is going to be affecting Helios massively, right? Let's check. Bonded animal trooper. Wait, what? You had a animal named Trooper? Oh, it was one of the wolves that we killed. Yeah, I don't know why you were bonded to him. Have we got anything for heat? Okay, no. Oh, wait, Spearfree is still surging brand. We should turn that off. Sigil surge, turn that off. There we go. Okay, look at this. My goodness. It is nearly 50 degrees. Oh, there we go. What? Disco Enderman. Wait. Why did it name your child Disco? It named your child Disco. I was like, wait, why did it turn him into a child? No, it's not because of that baby disco. Baby disco. Baby disco. She is named Kirill. No. It's Disco now. Also, I couldn't change the name of it yet. I guess it would have been better for everyone to get a genes recently, including the cryo thingy. I should have done that. I actually think so, yeah. We can... Yeah, I think so. Also, Kaimana, she's taken some of her genes. Yeah, she's got the ears and everything like that. You can rename her to... Shut up. Roger, Roger. First name, Baby. Last name, Disco. Oh, okay, that's why. Wait, her first name is Baby? Her first name is Baby. Okay. What's the last name? Were you going with Joe? Wasn't that what you called Ruria? First name, Kirill, I guess. And then... Okay. I guess it could be Enderman. I think it should just be Disco. Okay, we can do Disco. And that should be fine. It's not my last name. You chose Ruria Joe, though, last time. The answer is 42. Okay, 42. We can randomize our nickname. We can randomize our nickname if we wanted to. There we go. The person's nickname is now Disco? No, it's not. Oh, Kirill, yeah. Her nickname is Disco. That's weird. That's kind of odd, isn't it? Enderman is the surname? Oh, you want Enderman as the surname? Wait, you want... you want that? Oh, wait! It's set in person, or set in stone now for whatever reason. Whatever. I'm not gonna allow you to do that. Okay, what do we want? We'll just have her nickname be Carol. Oh, okay. Thanks. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I just changed it. Kaimana, chill out. I'm changing things. Oh my goodness. You're like going absolutely but wild there. I've not done... I'm literally trying to change things for you and you're like screaming at me. Jeez. I have a daughter? Yeah, you do. Question is, what do you want to do now? She looks so cute too? Yeah, until she dies from overheat. You know, I don't know how the Scorch is going to turn this out. But look, we've got the Swelter and the Scorch. It's permanent, by the way. It's permanent. This is going to suck. Any bodies I can slurp up? Yep, there are some bodies here. Let's get you on that. Let's get you on that, Solstix. Here we go. Incorporate this dude. What is one of your dryads doing? Can I clone myself? I don't know if you can clone yourself, but you can slurp too. There you are, Helios. Let's get you to do that on this one then, I suppose. Im so hapoi. I'm glad you're so hapoi. Just teabagging the corpse. Yeah, I think it's just dunking on them. It's just dunking on them. Finally, a daughter I actually want. What is wrong with you, Kaimana? What on earth? Okay, here we... Whoa! Oh my gosh! Here you go! Jeez, these are some really good ones, Solstix. These are some really good ones. You've got vacuum sealed, so you can survive in space. Size sensitive, if you really want that. You've got ever fertile. You've got truly ageless as well. Requires ageless, too. Truly ageless. You'll be permanently 25 years old. Yeah, you could, and it requires ageless, by the way. So it's an upgrade of your ageless gene. Do you want the upgrade for that? Or do you want, like, ever fertile, or do you... I mean, you've already got, like, how many kids... I don't know how many kids you have, man. You've already had, like, 20. Wow, I'll take truly ageless. Okay. There we go, you're truly ageless now. Wow, and then... Helios. What do you want? You can get uninsultable, cold immunity, vacuum sealed, and I think that's fine. That's why I'm infertile. I don't need to anymore. Yeah, exactly, right? It doesn't matter anymore. You can survive without it. You can also get uninsultable. Uninsultable means that no one can insult you and you won't care about it. So you'll never suffer a mood debuff. Come on, I saw that one because I'm checking for chat. So didn't get me. Didn't get me. You could also get cold immunity. Cold immunity is pretty good. It allows you to survive. I guess because vacuum of space is also a really low temperature. So you could survive in the vacuum of space if you had vacuum sealed and cold immunity. Which is largely okay. But I think cold immunity, it's just going to drop your metabolic efficiency to -7, though, is the downside. Which means your hunger rate is going to be really low. You would have to hope that you get some kind of negative from one of the future bodies that you consume, so that you can add something more in that case. She selected her name, hair, everything, and didn't even ask me. Unfortunately, yeah. Where is Helios? How much is vacuum? Here it is. It's -1. I don't know when we're gonna go to space, mind you. I don't know when we're gonna go to space, but yeah. Cold immunity, or vacuum sealed, or uninsultable are some of the good ones, I think. I was gonna let her do anything, but she didn't even ask me. Ooh. Ooh. Once we've had another kid, you can name them and all. Let's work on it for now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, another kid? Disco's gonna have to begin paying for another kid. Uninsultable, I guess? Okie dokie. Here we go. Uninsultable. I'm a badger now. He does not care. He does not care what you have to say about him. He does not care what mean things you might have to think, say, spread rumors about, whatever. It does not matter. Also, look at this haze effect across the entire map. It's like we're in a desert. This is as hot as some of the desert maps get. It's 51°C, which is like 140, 130 or so Fahrenheit. I think that is. Oh yeah, here we go. Hydroponics basin. We probably want to do... I think rice is good. I think rice is good. That's a lot of C's. Yep, it is. This is for you. Wins nothing. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Maybe you should have said that after you won something, but when have you actually won anything from that? Oh, now you're sorry. When there's something you want at risk? Yeah, she knows that as soon as she loses the capacity for having more kids, that's it. Basically Jover for her. Okay, let's build more of these. We need more. I think we should make a couple of solar panels as well.
Power!
Let's add... Oh, wait. We don't have enough steel. We don't have enough steel. Let's check. 12 people. It's going to be for 20 days. I think we send over a caravan. There are 12 people here, which is fine. We need way more than 100. I'm sorry. We need way more than 100. I think we go over here and we begin to raid. I'm going to send D6. Helios, do you want to go as well? Oh, actually, no, because you'd be out in the sun. Ooh, and you need a death rest. Okay. You need a death rest, so I don't think you can go. Disco, do you want to go? I can't. Yeah, exactly. Disco, do you want to go on a little bit of an adventure? I'm going to send Mr. Brown. I think it might be good that you go, you know, get some time away from Kaimana. Sure? Okay, there we go. We'll send you along. Let's take with some travel supplies, some items and whatnot. And you should have... How do we have negative 75? I'm sorry, what? What are we talking about? Negative 76,000 food per day? Take Rurio with you? Just go start an entirely new colony. Okay. I just gave birth and you're being mean to this postpartum woman? Yeah, I suppose so. Let's send them. Confirm. Yeah, they're gonna get hungry, but that's mostly because of Mr. Brown. There's nothing I can do about Mr. Brown. He's always starving. So we just need these steels so that we can build more of the hydroponics basins. They're gonna take up a little bit of power and what? Power! Power! Rurio will help you? Yeah. Rurio's been nothing but diligent. Okay, I think this dryad is a little bit bugged. This elephant is looking awfully suspicious over here, trying to scrape by on some of these dead bodies. Goodness gracious me. It's 54 degrees now. Is it even cold inside? Okay. Oh my gosh, wait, this isn't enough. We need 3. All of our food is deteriorating. We've also ran out of food. Oh gosh. We've ran out of food. You all need to begin buying food for yourselves right now. We've ran out of food. The heat has completely spoiled all of it inside the freezer room. Quest active, secret installation theft. Let's check. You've learned of an ancient complex nearby that is said to contain ancient treasure. You can break in to collect the loot inside. Be warned, however, these kinds of structures contain a variety of threats. In addition, your activity at the complex might draw unwanted attention. Oh, it's not too far. It's not too far. We also have 5 giants and lots of farm animals. Yeah, the swelter and the scorch is causing us to lose basically everything is the issue. You need to add buy 100 fine meals. Wait, where did you put them? Oh, nice. Spoils in 40 days approximately. I need someone to... Can we get someone to focus on this? Maybe Virgil, you can focus on building this. We don't have any other resources. Can't do this. Anyway, show the new kid. I haven't seen her yet. Here she is. There she is. She's sleeping and change her hair color to whatever Kaimana wants. Kaimana, what hair color do you want? Also, everyone has 1 free hair color change, by the way. Except Helios because he used it. Is her name Kirill? Yeah, her name is Kirill. 400... Flint and steel! Flint and steel! 400 steel! Let's try to get Kaimana to prioritize building this because we need the steels to be used on this as soon as possible. I thought it was Kiri? No. Not how you pronounce it? Okay, how do you pronounce it if not Kirill? What's the pronunciation that I'm missing here? Because phonetically it sounds like you're going to give me some really dumb explanation. So I want to hear your answer now, Kaimana. Scanned underground, plasteel. Okay, we can remove all of this. Is my room even capable of death rest in this heat? Yeah, any heat is capable, or any... Oh, actually. Well, you're going to have to try. Attending party? Yeah, but you're going to have to start your death rest. You're about to collapse. Death resting with 4 days left. Check chat, your own chat, you know? What do you mean? Where do these names even come from? Ruria, Kirill, are they Turkish? What? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it then, Kaimana. If you don't give me like a phonetic spelling, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to spell it in that case, or how to pronounce it if you don't give me some way to. Kirill is originally Turkish and means an alphabet. You literally called your kid alphabet? My kid's name is Alphabet. Oh, nice. No Russian alphabet? What? What do you mean it's a Russian alphabet? Kirill sounds Russian? Or do you mean no, it's not Russian alphabet? Is Kirill just alphabet in Turkish then? I'm not aware. Why is she running? Do you want me to change that? Do you want me to change it so that she attacks instead of running? We can do that. There you go. She's nearly level 20, by the way. There we go. Attacks instead. She is extremely good. It's the name for the Russian alphabet? Okay, I thought you were replying to Helios when he asked, is it Russian? Or it sounds Russian. I thought you were meaning, no, it's not the Russian alphabet. Yeah, Cyrillic. Yeah, she doesn't know how to spell that. That's why I wasn't sure if she was replying. So, the Russian alphabet is literally called the Cyrillian alphabet. Yeah, but she didn't use Y. No, it's not the Russian alphabet. What are you on about? I don't know. I think Kaimana is just losing it. Azbuka. What? What are we talking about? All casually hitting Kaimana with strays again? It's because I don't think she knows what she's talking about is all. I just don't think she's aware. Medical emergency, calf number 5. It's got malnutrition. Yeah, okay, well, it's gonna die. Not my problem. We'll just gain more food from it. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Any more things? We got a couple of charged lances and whatnot. That's pretty nice. Maybe we should sell stuff. So, I'm not sure. I'm hoping that we get a trader sometime soon. Wait, let's see. Hopefully this doesn't show up. Okay, come on, I'm not gonna pronounce it like that. I'm gonna, just to annoy you, I'm gonna pronounce it Kiril now. Just to annoy you. I'm gonna say Kiril now. Kiril is the next daughter of the Kaimana germline. But the Russian alphabet is called Cyrillic in English and has a bunch of other languages, or at least categorized as such. Yep, that's true. Take care, Kaimana. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Kaimana. You've given birth to Kiril, so that should be fine. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you during my debut. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm not 100% sure which of the two it is, though. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she knows. She just names her kid Kiril. What's your name? Russian alphabet. It's nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, developed a heart condition, heart attack? Okay, well, is someone gonna save it? Alling Pemmican. Okay, well, maybe... Wait, what? Oh, recovered from its own heart attack. Debut Sunday? Yep. Yep. Debut Sunday. Debut... Sunday. By the way, can you look at Roria's hairstyles one last time? I just want to check one. It's close to the one she has now. One down and all the way to the left. Yep. Oakley dokley. I can do that. Hair, head. There it is. One down and one to the left. This one? Chibiusa? One down all the way to the left. Oh, this one. Michiru? Sorry, I thought it was one down and then to the left. I just have to reread your message. This one? They're very similar. Try it? I am trying it. Here you go. Here's the rotation. It looks very straight. I kind of like this one because it reminds me of Ruria when she was a kid, but it's your child. The one on the right looks like light Yagami's for real. This one? You can keep the old one? Okay. Yeah. The rights of Michiru? Oh. Well, I've closed out of it. I'll have to see another time, but I'm sure it does. Guests have nothing to eat. Yeah, not my problem. You eat everything. Too bad. So sad. Have a wonderful day. Okay. How have we already gone through so many different meals? No problem, Disco. No problem. Always happy to help. Okay, how far are you all to the... Okay, you know what? Just night travel. Stop trying to get rest, okay? We're done. We're done here. Should we build the cooling for my death rest room? Actually, let's check. How bad... Oh, you do get heat stroke for this. You do get heat stroke for this. So yeah, let's fix that. We do not have enough steel, though, is the issue. We do not have enough steel. So you will have to begin buying more steel. A cooler... Oh, wait, actually, yeah, we can get... Oh, gosh, I kind of want to wake you up so that we can... We'll do auto-wake once you're done. I thought I could just outright buy the cooler. Let's see, what was it called? It is called Over the Wall Cooler, but yeah, this one is from a mod. I don't know if you can. If you buy the steels, that would be good at least. It solves one of the issues, and we'll add 3, I think, is the amount to cool down a big room like this. Okay. Well, buy the steels. I bought 100 steel already. 100 steel is enough for 1 cooler. It is not much. Why does he have such a big room again? Because all of his death thrusts accessories are going to require a whole bunch, and this room is generic for anyone else who has death thrusts. So as soon as like we have someone else who either gets or needs death rest, then they can use this room as well. So they'll just like swap in and out. So they bind to as many as possible. 200 steels? Okay, so that's 2 coolers. Nah, they can't? What do you mean, nah, they can't? They literally will. They can. I paid for everything in there? You paid for some of the hemogen bags? What, you want me to build an entirely separate death rest room? I mean, it's going to be primarily yours, yeah, but it's just gonna swap out. Like, it's only for a couple of days. Yeah, this is my room now? Okay. I'm just gonna have to disagree. As soon as someone gets death rest, I'll throw them into death rest there, and then I'll take them out. It's literally for only a couple of days. I'm not building this giant of a facility every single time for each person. Like, you can keep it as your room, but they'll have to take advantage of the death rest thing here because it requires a whole bunch of stuff that I just don't want to have to deal with every single time. Let's get Kaimana to prioritize building this so you don't die of heat stroke while you're in here, hopefully. I'll make you let them duel for the right of using death rest. I will veto that. If they lose, they die. I'll veto it and make sure that they actually get the ability to. Let's see. Here we go. That's 1. And Kaimana just immediately ignores the other work. Okay, good job. Prioritize building this. Thank you, Kaimana, for working on that. There we go. Move some of this over here. Medical emergency, rooster number 22. Yep, doesn't matter. Prioritize working on that. Oh, and then she has to go to the steel drill. Yeah, maybe Kaimana should. Maybe Kaimana should do something. Cell sticks. Drilling. I'm actually not sure if it's building up much. Wait, let's check. How much of this is being increased? It's not building up much of your mining, but then again, you don't really have a passion for it. Okay, basic familiarity, your learning speed is cut in half. Anyway, Kaimana said that she wants the girl to have purple hair, but slightly lighter than her hair, apparently. Okay, I can do that. That's fine. We also need to make kids' clothes again. Here we go. Hair color. Let's sample. What is Kaimana's hair color? What is Kaimana's hair color? Why does she have purple? Why does she have to have the same hair color as me for whatever reason? That doesn't make sense. Let's take that. And then let's go to Keyrill. Let's change this. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye. See you for the debut. Debut excitement. Bye-bye, Mr. Brown. See you for the debut. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Let's see. Let's make it a little bit lighter in this case. So wait, RGB? No. Okay. There's no lightness slider, so we're just gonna have to do that. I think we'll go like so much. There we go. And why is she not equipped any children's clothes? BB Brown, I'm getting lazy. Starting Sunday, I'll only type BBBBB. Go right ahead if you want to. Okay, this room is no longer super duper warm, but it is still very warm. Still very, very warm. Anything that they've got to do? Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, can we try decrease this anymore? Do we have children's clothes? There should be some after Ruria, no? Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. That's why I'm wondering why Keyrill isn't equipping any. How long is my death rest? I think it was 3 days. Oh, it's not clicking on you. Yeah, you've only got 2 days left. Yeah. So your death rest in total is about 3 days or so. Wait, unless Okami stole it? No, he can't wear kids' clothes. It just, like, shrinks down. I don't know how the game decides to consider it, but yeah, it just shrinks it down for whatever reason. Okay. Make kid shirts. We'll make 2 more, and then let's make more cowboy hats. Let's make more cowboy hats. I wonder if they got destroyed since our warehouse was attacked a few times. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Did I bond to any more of my... You're already at max bond with every single one of them. So there's nothing more that you can do in this case, Helios. You've already max bonded to them. Here we go. And now this is indoors -10, which is nice. It's frozen all of the food. What do we want to do? Is this a limestone terror statue? Yep, that's fine. We're going to put the terror statues all the way along the walls here. I'm trying to... There we go. No, not that one. No, not that one. No, 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 no. Okay, fine. This one. Limestone terror statue. Install it there. What's the difference? It only said bond for Asuka, though? What? Oh! Oh, I thought, yeah, maybe it's just because of how much time you spend with them. The bond just makes you have a higher happiness when you're around them. In that case, show me Ruria's traits real quick. I need to take a screenshot. Here you go. Done? Done. Should be okay now. Colonist needs names? No, I don't care about that. Starvation. Mr. Brown is, of course, starving, because why? What wouldn't he be? Guest has nothing to eat. Animal starvation. Animal starvation. Hungry pet animals. Yep. Beacon unusable. Tattered apparel. Maybe you guys should do that yourselves then. Minor break risk. Mr. Brown. Oh my goodness. He's always so hungry all the time. Can we... And there's like no new animals walking in on the premises either. This is so stinky. This is so stinky. Let's begin harvesting more berry bushes as well, I think. And I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, so you've got... Oh, I need to check this. You've got 1.7 days. Yeah, panther thing we don't really care about. That should be okay. Dreams Crusher, whatever. That's okay. And anything else? I'm trying to figure out if we can try feed Mr. Brown somehow. He's not here, but wait, why have you got injuries? Oh, okay, just because of that. Eventually we'll get those steel. Flint and steel! Am I 20.3 in melee? Yep, you are. Can it go higher? No. Being above 20 just means that you've got excess XP for whenever you slowly forget to lose your learning of skills. It goes up to 20.99, yeah, as Solstick said, but it's just in case, like, you ever suffer a debuff that reduces your skill for whatever reason, then it takes from the extra XP instead of dropping you in your melee. So, that's why. By the way, since Ruria has the colonist adulthood, does that give her any pros and cons? Nope. Gives no advantages or disadvantages. Absolutely nothing. Kirilla's overheating? She is, but that's why she's going inside to go and rest. In which case, it is cold enough in here, so she should be fine. That should be okay. Wait a minute. What? What's wrong? Wait a minute. With what? Why is she not a baby? How is she walking? I genuinely have no clue. I wasn't going to question it, but she, I guess because she already has genes? I really don't know. She's supposed to be in growth tier 1. How is she 3? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how she's 3 years old. Didn't Kaimana have an early maturity? She did, but we removed that gene. Oh, wait. Maybe it applies immediately? Yeah, it seems to apply immediately. I think it might be. Did you misclick when changing your name? No. What do you mean? It might be Kaimana's time skip. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. While you're away? Why? While you're death resting? Why? Oh, why? Okay. What's that? That's what nearly caused the death of our colony the first time it showed up. Oh my gosh. You know, I really don't know what to do about this. We're gonna have to solve this next time. Wow, what a cliffhanger to end it on. That is gonna have to be it for today. We're gonna have to resolve things on Tuesday in that case. We have got an elemental assault to deal with. Oh my gosh. While we're in the scorch, while it's sweltering, while it's 55 degrees Celsius outside, and they've placed their elemental rift right next to one of the Garranlin trees. Are you going to put the kid to 0 years or keep the bug? I think it's because Kaimana has early maturity, but I think that applies it to anyone that she's given birth to, so I think that's actually intended. Maybe they'll slip over the foam spray and around my tree and die. Hopefully that's the case. Maybe they're just really fragile and they go whoop, and like fall over, and then break completely, crumble into a bunch of bits. Lego death noises. So much for me paying to get rid of early maturity. Yep, Kaimana's the one with it. She chose to have it, so now our kid has it. Let's make it a Lord of the Rings story. They will fight till I wake up, and on the third day, from the east, another army will come to help us. Yeah, or you're gonna have to save up points for a whole bunch of divine interventions so that you don't die. Also, it looks like, and I'm checking. I think D6 might actually die as well. You all can't see it, but I'm reading the health conditions. Is the game on? Yeah, the game is still on while I'm just saving and loading stuff and checking around. Apparently, everyone in the adventuring party is suffering from extreme heat stroke and is going to die. So this could very well be the end. We're actually coming to a natural the game was rigged from the start. The game was rigged from the start. Can I buy a trait real quick? Yeah, you can buy a trait real quick if you want to. Oh no, we're dying? Yep, I shouldn't have sent you to go get those steals. Who are you buying a trait for, is the question. I'm imagining that it's either Fast Learner for Kirill. Okay. Fast Learner for Kirill. Here we go. Traits. Fast Learner. Maybe it's useless, though. I feel like we're closing in on the end. I wasn't intending to, like, naturally start a Season 2 unless there was something that wiped us or we managed to escape the planet, which is the original goal. Can't they use Heal Me? Actually, yeah. I think they might be able to. But yeah, this is the worst case scenario. I wasn't expecting these terrible, terrible things to happen. An elemental invasion, the scorch which just kills them all. I can't die though. You can if your brain gets fried. So you can still die. Someone needs to get Truck-kun. True. We do. We do need to get some help from Truck-kun. Man, it even sucks. We're out of food. The scorch has hit. Our people are dying from heat stroke. What a day, though. Honestly, I'm glad Ruria is only mine now. Kaimana doesn't deserve to be your mom. I have to agree with you there, man. I have to agree. Kaimana is not nice. Kaimana is not nice whatsoever to any of her kids. So, I guess we'll just have to see how this works out at the end. I was debating on removing non-violent before Season 2. Honestly, I think it would be really funny if you decided to do a complete 180 and choose to become the most violent, bloodlusted, like, character in the campaign, you know? Just to bury Kaimana. What? What? You want to bury Kaimana? I keep hearing my name. Stop pooping on me. Kaimana, go to sleep already. Go to sleep. Good night. Oh, but if we lose now, Kaimana might not have enough money to buy Kirill. Yep. If we lose now, which could very well be the case, that will have to be it for Season 1 of Rimworld. And then I'll have to put it on a little bit of a hiatus so that I can make the mod pack. I'll become a non-violent vampire. That could be pretty funny, but I don't know if you could blood feed. You don't deserve how awesome is Ruria. She doesn't deserve her. Can you believe that was even the case in the first place? I don't think so. I don't think so. Either way, that is all for today. I've got no shorts. I might post one tomorrow because I'm preparing for my debut, which is on Sunday. Sunday is my debut. I'm very excited. I'm very concerned that I won't have everything I want to prepared for it. Again, everything is done by me, basically single-handedly, so I'm going to try as much as I can. Nonetheless, I hope that you'll tune in and you find it fun, and then we'll see how it goes. I hope it lives up to your expectations, but keep in mind, I'm all on my lonesome. Thank you so much. I will see you Sunday for my debut. Take care, my apprentices. This is probably going to be one of the last times you see me like this for a little while, which is my PNG avatar. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!